How y'all doing today? Is y'all having a good day? I hope all is love. Love is light. You already know. To be honest, y'all, we about to just get straight into it. And the reason why is because y'all, I took some time away. Per usual, I always take a little time away, but I'm gonna come back with y'all with some new stuff. And y'all, I'm gonna keep it a beat with y'all. I feel like everything in life is a lesson. Everything in life was meant to occur. Everything in life was meant to be picked back up and reversed. And I feel like a lot of you guys are going through a lot of different things, y'all. So let's get into it, okay? Let's start with life. And the reason why I want to start with life is because, catch me, y'all, a lot of you guys are sitting over here going through so many things, but you guys aren't being given the proper tools in order to navigate through your life. What do I mean by that? I feel like a lot of you guys are sitting over here going through life, and it's like you guys aren't being guided by the right people. You're not being supported by the right people. So therefore, how are you supposed to evolve? I want you to hear me. A lot of you guys are sitting over here getting a lot of things in life misinterpreted because you're not living through love. You're not living through light. You just sitting over here just living just to fucking live. A lot of you guys are sitting over here putting forth effort into motherfuckers that don't care about you. A lot of you guys are putting forth effort into things that don't serve you. A lot of you guys are not sitting over here living within your fullest fucking potential. And now it's time to bring your ass back. Why? Because it's time. So let's get into the messages because I want y'all to understand something. I just recently took a trip away, and it was a lot of revelations. It was a lot of revelations for me, but the most significant one is that change is a part of life, y'all. I want y'all to hear me. Change is a part of fucking life. People come into your life, people leave your life. People sit over here and they tell you, like, and catch me, like, people sit over here and say that they're gonna be in your life for forever. In reality, they won't. People might sit over here and say, listen, big dog, you the one for me, and some people might not. But the point of the matter is I want you to understand something. It doesn't matter what other people think of your life, what other people have projected onto your reality. All that, and really all that matters is what you believe in, okay? I want y'all to understand something. Today is a new day. It's a new day. It's a new light. Like, it's a new reality check. That means that we have to put the past behind us. And the reason why, how you doing, Blue? The reason why is because, big dog, the past no longer serves us. What does that mean? A lot of you guys are sitting over here trying to navigate through your new life and your new way with old ass fucking tendencies. But in reality, and catch me, in old realities, that only got you so far. And this new journey, y'all, and hear me, this new journey is time, okay? It's fucking time. So let's get into it. I wrote down, you could be a part of a person's reality if they want you there. Have patience. I want you to understand something. A lot of you guys are trying to force your ways into people's reality when in reality they don't want you there. What does that mean? Some of you guys have fell in love with people that have mistreated you. Some of you guys have fell in love with people that are just don't have your best interest. Some of you guys have fell in love and really, some of you guys, it's not just about love. Some of you guys just have like high expectations for people, but in reality, you guys are trying to control the narrative on if they want you there versus if they don't want you there. And I want y'all to hear me really quickly, okay? If a person doesn't want you there, then why are you staying there? If a person doesn't want you there, and that's no diss to them, that's no diss to you, but if a person is literally telling you, or maybe they're not physically telling you, but they're showing you within their actions that they don't want you there, then why are you staying in a place that makes you feel uncomfortable? That makes you feel like you have to chase. See, I want you guys to understand something. With this circle of fucking life, it's time for y'all to take y'all positions. What does that mean? It's time for y'all to take y'all positions into who y'all truly are. It's a new fucking day. Some of you guys don't feel like no one is on your team. That's because you're not in the right circle, babe. A lot of you guys don't feel like you have the right people around you. It's because the right relationships, and some of you guys, it's more so like relationships aren't forming for you. It's because you're not in your true essence. A lot of you guys are dealing with people that shortchange you. A lot of you guys don't understand that sometimes you have to sit over here and go out on this adventure called life in order to figure out who you are or to adapt new qualities, because the old qualities that you were brought up on did not serve you. But the point of the matter is a few of you guys are stuck in, okay, I don't want to leave home. I got to take care of everybody. I have to sit over here and do this. I got to sit over here and do that. But you guys don't want to evolve yourself. That's a part of you guys. Some of you guys are sitting over here, have left home, but you guys are afraid to sit over here and go back into your past in order to heal your hurt. A portion of you guys are sitting over here not, and you know what's funny is, I was going to say a portion of you guys are ready to step into your power. But a lot of you guys, it's like you're afraid. No matter what category you fit in, you're afraid. And I want you to understand something. That's why a lot of you guys are going through turmoil right now. That's why a lot of you guys are being pushed into certain directions. That's why God is removing people out of your life. That's why everything is happening right now. Hear me, y'all. Junior, we're talking. Mosaic, we're talking. You guys are wondering why you're wondering why things ain't adding up, why you feeling the urge to change, cut your hair, you feeling the urge to leave a relationship, to get in a relationship. It's like you guys are feeling the urge for instant change, but the point of the matter is that some of you guys are stuck in your own way and you don't know what to change. So I feel the need to sit over here and ask you, I want to ask y'all, if you're in a current relationship, I want y'all to ask yourself, do you truly love them? I feel the need to say true love flows both ways. And the reason why I'm saying that is because I feel like some of you guys are in unions, and this is for my couples out there. Some of you guys are in unions that aren't flowing, like love isn't flowing both ways. And that's when you need to get your ass up and leave. I'm not saying they got to cheat on you. I'm not sitting over here saying that they got to sit over here and even call you out your name. They could be technically a perfect picture on the wall. But the point of the matter is I want you to understand something. If a picture on a wall isn't giving you inspiration, if it's not helping you grow, if it's not challenging you, if it's not even giving you feedback, well, then what is it doing on your wall? At this point, it's just taking up space. And I think that a lot of you guys are in relationships and unions that's not serving you, and I'm sorry. I'm sorry you did an 18-year bid, a 5-year bid, a 3-month bid with these people, but I feel like a lot of you guys are at this point where it's like you're at a plateau state because you already have recognized that this person is not your person. Some of you guys, this is your ex, but you're still holding on to them mentally. Some of you guys have really recognized that these people aren't your people, but the point of the matter is that y'all won't let it go. Some of you guys could be born in the year of 88 and 89. 2018 could be significant. 2019 could be significant. Or this year could be significant. I feel the need to sit over here and say, the safe choice is the wrong choice, y'all. And I think that that's the biggest thing is that a lot of you guys are living within safe meanings. You're choosing them without getting to that level. For some reason, when I was writing all this down, I was channeling the song Charlene by Anthony Hamilton. And during that song, it was just talking about how he was choosing work over love. How he loved her. He didn't mean to hurt her, but in the end, she still left. And the reason why she left, that song could be significant. Some of you guys had to leave a connection because they were choosing other things over you. It could be other substances. It could have been work. It could have been other family members. It could have been something. But the point of the matter is that a lot of you guys recognize when the relationships be over, but you don't want it to be over. And I'm here to tell you guys, if you guys are not in a union, and you guys are single, watch me. And you have yet to move on. Well, I want you guys to take a minute to think about why haven't you? A lot of you guys still have hurt and resentment towards your motherfucking exes, your situationship. Some of them didn't even make it to a relationship. But if we're being honest tonight, y'all, if we being like all the way up being like, if we being honest, it's time to swallow your fucking pride and move the fuck on. And honestly, some of you guys have put it in the back of your head to where you have forgot all about your hurt. And you know what's crazy? I was having a conversation with one of my friends, and in that moment, I realized that, well, shit, I was holding on to shit too. Some of y'all, it's not even just about a relationship. Some of it is about family ship, y'all. Because I knew I could attest that I'm over my past relationships. I can attest that I'm over my past situationships. I can attest to that. But then I realized, well, I'm not really over my dad fucking leaving. I'm not really over my mom really fucking working real hard and shit like that and not being there. I'm not really over a lot of shit. I like to sit over here and say that I'm over it. But for a mass majority of y'all, I'm going to keep it a bean. Some of y'all is not over y'all exes. Now, it's just us talking, so. Some of you guys don't understand that y'all don't like being alone. And I want y'all to understand something. There's nothing wrong with not wanting to be alone. Some of you guys force yourself to be alone because you're so scared that if somebody gets close to you that they're going to leave you again. Some of you guys, if you were in a union or you're in a union, I wrote down silent cries that I used to ignore. Some of you guys could have been in a relationship, and now I'm hearing family too. They could have heard you crying type shit. But nobody ever thought to console you. And I think that that's the part where y'all have to go back and console yourself. Why? There's a lot of monitoring spirits right now, so just, if y'all are going through monitoring spirits, you know, just cleanse them out. Anthony Hamilton said, I can support her, treat her, and spoil her, you know, buy her the finer things. But I forgot about loving her. Damn the money, diamonds, and pearls. And in reality, all she needed was for me to love her. Some of you guys are being loved in ways that don't serve you. And now I'm getting a lot of you guys don't realize the ways that you need people to show up for you. So therefore, if you can't recognize how you need to be loved, how can you explain to a person how to love you? Some of you guys live in your head too much. And I feel the need to sit over here and say, because y'all live in your head so much, like, you can't even articulate. You can't articulate. Like, it's like you're determining. There's two things. You can't articulate how you feel towards people. But two, you can't even sit over here. Like, y'all get mad because you expect for these people to live in your head. When in reality, they can't know what you're thinking. So then shit ends up, like, basically messing up. Why? Because of pride and ego. Because you assume that they understood. Or maybe this was them assuming that all they had to do was buy you shit in order to keep you around. Or maybe they just thought that showing up. Maybe they just thought that showing up was enough. That they didn't need to buy you nice things, but you in fact like nice things. But in the end, what I'm getting is that you guys have to start communicating what your love language is to these people so they can understand how to properly love you if those are your people. And if those are truly your people, then they will adapt. But that's the importance of you guys sitting over here actually being able to be real with your partner. A lot of y'all can't even be real with your partner. Or the people that come up into your life. See, a lot of y'all think, like, some of y'all are wondering why y'all can't get into relationships and shit like that. And it's because you're not being your true authentic self. And it's funny because a lot of you a lot of you guys think that you're being the perfect bill. Like, y'all are sitting over here like, you know, well, I do this, I do that. I'm this person, I'm this person, I'm this person. But in reality, all God told you to be was to be yourself. That's what's going to make people fall in love with you. But the point of the matter is that if you guys keep pretending, then guess what? You're going to keep attracting pretenders too. And then you go get married to a fucking pretender, and then all of a sudden y'all show y'all true colors and y'all realize that y'all are not a match. Or worse, y'all have kids with these pretenders and you realize that, oh, these people really have anger issues. You have kids with these people and you realize you didn't do the due diligence of really getting to know these people. You just took them for face value. Some of you guys actually see the red flags, but you guys don't acknowledge the red flags. But this is not a rant, y'all. This is an awakening. This is an awakening, and I want y'all to hear me, okay? This is an awakening to bring this to y'all attention in order to bring y'all back to reality. It's time to heal. It's time to heal all the things that was trapped in your closet. It's time. 6 months could be significance. 90 days could be significance. Drinking vodka could be significant. I'm also hearing tequila. Some of y'all are whiskey drinkers. But I feel the need to sit over here and tell y'all though. Some of you guys are expecting these people to have a conscience because you have a conscience. Some of y'all are expecting these people to react how you react. Some of you guys are expecting these people to treat you how you treat them. But in reality, you need to identify that these people ain't your people, big dog. They never really fucked with you. It's a hard pill to swallow. Some of the people, I'm going to keep it a bean with you though. Some of them were just busy. Some of them were in their selfish stage. Some of those people that were brought into your life, it was in order to like teach you how to be selfish, teach you how to put yourself first, teach you how to save yourself, teach you how to help people, you know? Some of you guys need to help people by helping yourself first. Some of you guys serve as influencers, but you guys keep thinking that you got to follow everybody. Sometimes you have to allow people to show you who they are. And I think a lot of you guys don't clear the space for it though. You don't clear up the space to allow people to be their true authentic selves. And by them being, and what I mean by that is that a lot of you guys fall into like or lust or even love with people. But you fall in love with the potential of these people. You fall in love with, you know, who they could be. It's like you're perfect, but if I could alter you in this way, then I know you would be even amazing. But you're supposed to love them without having to alter them. And then it's like, well, then that's one thing I can tweak. It's like you guys are always looking for something to tweak on these people, but in reality, it's just another science project. In reality, it's just something to do when there's nothing to do, because a lot of you guys don't want to deal with yourself and your own energies and your dark energy within yourself. Some of you guys are freeing yourself, and some of you guys are being reminded to free yourself in order to stay balanced in your life. The point of the matter is that some of you guys don't even know what balance even looks like. What peace really looks like. Some of you guys only know how to operate out of chaos. But in reality, if you were taught how to operate out of chaos, then I'm not going to sit over here and say that it's easier to find the light, but in a sense, you know how to operate in darkness. Now let's go teach you how to operate within lightness. Because we always talk about dark days. We always talk about dark energies. We always talk about like, you know, trauma, hurt shit, things that influenced us. We always talk about it, you know, but we don't ever really come up with like a solution. So let's get into the downloads. Y'all ready? Because that was me. I was going through a few downloads, but I was like, but now it's time for us to start the real shit. So sit back, relax, and chill. Get your notepads out. You already know. You already know. If you're new to my shit, welcome. Sit back, relax. Because that's the warm-up. Sirens outside, so I know I'm on to something. Let's get into it. There's a move to be made, okay? Let's get into it. I was sitting back, I was chilling, but now it's time to get in. It's go time. Literally, it's go time. A lot of y'all have been sitting over here sitting back and being on chill for a little bit way too long. But let me remind y'all of a few things, okay? I was watching The Lion King, and I've been called to watch it. It's crazy. I had a dream about it. And then I was over here helping my friend clean out his car. And then I literally sat over here and I seen like he had a Lion King ass, towel. And then I realized I'm supposed to watch The Lion King. So The Lion King could be significant. But the point of the matter is that what I got from The Lion King is, well, the circle of life. A lot of you guys are not in your rightful places, and that's what's requiring you to move. A lot of you guys are not in your rightful places, or you're not taking on the title. And now I'm hearing you're just not taking on the place of who you truly are. I wrote down the circle of life moves us all through despair and hope. But a lot of you guys are just being stuck in despair. You're not seeing the hope. You're not seeing life as the bigger picture. See, a lot of you guys are just sitting over here getting stuck in despair. But some of you guys are getting stuck in hope and not taking actions towards it. Some of you guys are just praying and praying and praying, but not taking actions towards the shit that you're supposed to take actions from. I wrote down, you don't want a few flowing pieces that lack foundation. A lot of you guys are trying to piece shit together. A lot of you guys are trying to sit over here. If you're doing your shadow work, some of you guys are literally like you're going from piece and you're taking a piece from here, you're taking a piece from there, but in reality you lack a foundation. So therefore you just have a handful of fucking pieces when in reality it's not equating to anything. Some of you guys think that you're doing the work, and it's not to give you guys it's not to make you feel bad, because you are doing the work. You will need those pieces because God has given it to me in my head. Those pieces that you was pulling from, that you was trying to fix, it's cool, that's valid, because you was going to have to fix them one way or another. But the only biggest thing is that you have to sit over here and realize that you're not focusing on the core thing, y'all. Y'all just focusing on the outside things. Now, granted, I can't tell you how to live life, but I can tell you that it's time for y'all to go to y'all foundation, because y'all lack that. What does that mean? You lack core values. What does that mean? You lack any sense of responsibility. No, I'm not just talking about going and paying your bills and paying your car notes and shit. No, I'm talking about lacking foundation within. Who the fuck are you? Some of you guys need to literally open up to release. And I didn't realize how important that was, because y'all, this was all of a revelation that happened to me today. Y'all, I was over here crying in the car back to Vegas. Why? Because I was talking to my friend and I realized that I'm always supposed to be the hope, and I'm always supposed to be the one that has the answers for everybody else. But in reality, nobody had the answers for me. And I realized that, well, it's not that I didn't have the support. It's that I didn't trust anybody to open up to. Some of you guys are not opening up to anybody because you don't trust anybody. Some of y'all need to go figure out why. Some of you guys, I remember when I was trying to open up, like I kept trying to shut down. I remember I would hear something and I would be like, I want to shut down. I feel like that's significant, y'all. A lot of you guys are not understanding that within the despair, you have despair, you go through shit in life, you go through trauma, but it's not for it to stick onto you. It's for you to sit over here and understand that, listen, I'm going through this, but it's to get me to the next step. Not for me to be stuck here. But the point of the matter is that some of you guys think that y'all have went through and got all the hurt out, because here I was today sitting over here saying, yo, like, I am tired as fuck of crying. I'm tired of doing shadow work. I'm tired of writing in a fucking book of shit. And it's just like, I'm tired. I'm doing it, but what am I doing? And then God was like, well, you're exactly where you need to be. You're exactly where I want you to be. You're exactly where you're supposed to be. Keep going. But I need you to be aware that now it's time to uproot you. Now it's time, it's like you unlock this part, but now it's time to pick you up, and it's time for some of y'all to go back. And that's what triggered me to watch The Lion King. All of the signs leading up, but I was like, there's a message there. Simba went back, but I'm going to get there, because God is like, you need to touch on something else first. I want y'all to hear me. Through faith and hope, till we find our place on the path unwinding. Sometimes you have to have faith and hope in order to get to your divine place, because in all honesty, sometimes it's not revealed to us. And the only way that it was revealed to Simba and the Lion King was by him having a spiritual awakening. By talking to God. By realizing you are God. By realizing that you are your parents in a sense. But we're going to get there. I wrote down, follow the red. I wrote down, praise our youth because this is our future. I wrote down, a rat is so small when it comes to a lion. But life isn't fear. Some of you guys could be born in the rat year. I'm here in 1996. I wrote down, I'll never be blank. And you'll never see light. And when I wrote down that preference, that was Scar literally talking to a rat right before he ate the rat. But what we didn't pay attention to in that scene, because y'all, I always watch movies, but like I captivate the big scenes, but I captivate the small scenes too, because I want y'all to hear me. In that scene, Scar was like, I will never be king and you shall never see light. But what ended up happening is that Scar in fact did become king for a short period of time, and Mufasa, if I'm not mistaken, came to interrupt him, and the rat ended up getting away. The rat never got ate. So let me tell you something. Sometimes you guys are speaking out shit that y'all don't even know. Some of you guys don't even realize that you're born to be a king or a queen. Some of you guys don't realize that your life potential is meant within your path. Like, it's not meant for y'all to get ate, and it's not meant for you to not see light. Like, it's not meant for you to live in despair. But the point of the matter is that you guys don't have hope. Some of you guys speak out against yourself. And I just feel the need to say, you never know where life will take you. Green eyes could be significant. I also wrote down, well, if it isn't my big brother descending from an unhigh to mingle with the commoners. Some of you guys could be going through civil rivalry at this time. Some of you guys could be known as the bougie sibling. The one that is, maybe you were sitting over here, and it's funny because I'm almost getting like some of you guys, two different sides. Some of you guys were really like the favorite in the family, and your siblings resented you from that. But some of you guys actually was the one that everybody in your family hated. I'm hearing aunts and uncles was jealous of you. And now for some reason I want to say even your cousins maybe. I wrote down, perhaps you shouldn't turn your back on me. And that's what Scar said. And then I realized in that scene, Mufasa had got so angry. But he didn't really even understand what he was saying in that part, because it was a setup. And I feel that that's significant. Some of you guys don't even realize that your own brother, your own family could set your ass up. But in that scene, I recognized that Mufasa was easily to become angered. And then Scar was like, as far as brains goes, I got the lion's share as far as that. As far as brute, he said, as far as brute strength, I'm afraid I'm a little shallow on that end. Some of you guys are smart as fuck, or some of your siblings are smart as fuck, and maybe you got the strength, or the roles are reversed. But I want y'all to hear me though. Some of you guys are true star seeds out there, and it doesn't matter how smart other people is. And now I'm hearing like maybe your siblings are smart as fuck. Maybe you see the light within your siblings. Maybe you have so much hope for your siblings. Maybe you have so much hope for everybody. But in reality, they still hate on you because you're the star. I'm just getting the energy, to be honest, y'all, where it's like, and I'm sorry I'm not in the comments, because I just felt like I just need to get this message out, and then I'll talk to y'all. Because I'm just being divinely guided in this moment. And I feel like that's significant too. Some of you guys, like, and hear me, y'all, some of you guys need to understand that when you're divinely guided to do something, you do it. Because I'm telling you guys, I just recently went and took a trip to California. And I kept going and I kept flipping my cards. And I was like, should I go? Should I not go? Should I go? I kept going back and forth. And the cards kept saying yes, no, yes, no. And then I realized that it was on me to make a choice. And I'm glad I made the choice. I'm glad I went. That could be significant. Some of you guys are going back and forth between a choice, between people, between being single and being in a relationship, between fucking you sitting over here going into hermit mode, or you sitting over here going out for your business, whatever. Between you actually taking on a new role and at a new job. But the point of the matter is I want you to understand something. Some of you guys are being required to take a leap of faith in this moment, because if you don't, then you're going to waste another year. Don't wait till December. Don't wait till January. Start now. Some of you guys are fighting within your mind. I wrote down, bless your heart. Some of you guys could be from the South, or you're dealing with somebody that's like that. I also wrote down, they always manage to ruin special occasions. Lightning could be significant. Some of you guys are able to predict the future. You just don't know that. I wrote down, your sun is awake. I feel the need to sit over here and say, at this moment, pay attention to y'all sun sign if y'all are in astrology. Because I keep getting your sun sign is, I kept hearing like your sun sign is rising. Your sun sign is rising. So maybe your rising sign is important as well. Maybe you need to use your sun and your rising sign if you guys are into the astrology thing. But I just feel the need to sit over here and say, like, you're rising. And then I wrote down, before sun rises, he's your sun. And in that moment, that's when Simba was trying to get his dad to wake up. So some of you guys could be Leos out there. Have a Leo sun. I also wrote down, everything the light touches is our living domain. And I really meant to write down kingdom. Some of you guys are being encouraged to have like a new domain name. If you guys are thinking about creating a website, I think you should. Let's keep going. I wrote down, a king's time as ruler rises and falls like the sun. Leo energy. Sun or moon. Some of you guys could have a Leo moon too. I wrote down, one day the sun will set for me and rise for you as the new king. There moves to be kingdom. These monitoring spirits is crazy. Hold on. They're literally everywhere, y'all. I don't know if y'all are having like a lot of gnats. I feel like if you guys are, I feel the need to sit over here and tell you guys, in order to get all the gnats and all the monitoring spirits out, a secret I use is I'll make something like a tea like this, and I'll literally put some apple cider vinegar in it, and I'll just let it sit, and then the flies will literally just fall in and die. So if you guys are being surrounded around a whole bunch of gnats, or like bugs, I'm also hearing flies. Those are monitoring spirits. You could do that. Sit it in your kitchen, sit it in places where it's at, and it will literally flock into it, okay? Apple cider vinegar and tea. You're welcome. Maybe even a little bit of honey. Okay, so I wrote down, one day the sun will set for you, or set for me and rise for you as the new king. Some of you guys, this is a warning, your parents might be passing away. That's not for everybody. But I just feel the need to sit over here and say that some of you guys are really being challenged to step into this new role. Some of you guys, it might not be a physical death. Maybe your parents might, like, I'm hearing like they might just need help. It's like they're going on the end where it's like it's time for you to take care of them. I'm hearing like the way of life. It might not literally be a physical death. It just might be like, you know, your parents are getting ready to retire, and if they don't have enough retirement, it's like maybe they need somewhere to stay type energy. I also wrote down, there's more to being a king than just getting your way all the time. Some of you guys need to get out of the selfish ass energy, and it's time for you to become more selfless. I also wrote down, as king, you have to understand that balance. You have to understand the balance of life. And I also wrote down, you have to respect all creatures. And it's reminding me of a conversation I was having with my friend. And in that conversation, I remember this weekend we had stayed in Beverly Hills. And I realized that things that made him upset was not things that made me upset. And I'm gonna give y'all an example. When we were in the hotel, you know, I was talking to this one couple, y'all, and catch my drift. I was talking to this one couple in the elevator. I was just like, oh my God, like, you smell really, really good, because her perfume was like, it was phenomenal, y'all. I'm not even gonna lie. It was a blonde lady with like blue eyes and blonde hair and shit like that. But anyway, she was like, thank you so much. I was like, what's your scent? And she was like, oh, I just wake up and she was like, I just take a bath. And I was like, oh, okay. But I didn't realize that my friend didn't like that comment. Didn't even tell me until later on. In those moments, and I'm going to give y'all one more, because they're like, give you one more. We were in the elevator at a different time. Same hotel. And there was a girl that got in. She had like on a little tennis outfit. And I forget what. Oh, I was like, oh, okay. I was like, I didn't realize that you need to have your card going down too. Because I'm used to like having a card and like you need a card to go upstairs. But like here in Vegas, you can go downstairs no matter what quality of hotel you're in. And she was just like, oh yeah, she was like, you need your card. I was like, I wonder why you need your card to go downstairs. She was like, well, you need your card in order, I think it's to keep us safe. Again, went over my head. Now let me tell you, I was just like, oh, okay, like, that's okay, that's interesting. But y'all, I didn't realize that, and to be honest, I still don't take this shit personal. But I feel the need to bring this up. Some of you guys could be experiencing racism or like just backwards compliments. And I feel the need to sit over here and say, like, in those moments, I didn't react because I really didn't catch it in the moment. And I really didn't care. I'm going to keep it a bean. I always feel like I feel like wherever I go, like, I create the atmosphere. And I think that that's significant. Maybe you guys are being challenged not to look at the smaller things or the peculiar things, or not to get your energy thrown off. And honestly, I didn't even know we was going here, but maybe you're being challenged not to look at the smaller things in order to like throw off your energy, because I feel like there will always be people that's trying to say little smart remarks in order to get to you. Might sit over here and try to say something to make you feel beneath them. But in reality, I never, like, my position never felt challenged. I never felt challenged. But my friend had the opposite reaction. My friend sat over here and was like, and didn't tell me until later that, well, did you pay attention to both times in the elevators? And this was his scene. He was like, when you gave that woman a compliment, instead of her just saying, thank you, she literally was just like, well, I just bathed in it. Instead of you just telling you what kind of perfume she had. He was like, in a sense, I felt like that was a backwards. He didn't use backwards compliments. I really don't remember what he said, but he just felt offended by it. He was like, if I'm being honest, I would have never talked to those people in the elevator. The second choice, or the second example, and again, it was another younger, blonde white lady. He was like, and did you hear the response where she was like, where she made it to keep her safe and stuff like that? He was like, I didn't really care for that comment either. And then it reminded me when me and him had went and got Chinese food. And I had reminded him, I was like, well, do you remember when we went and got Chinese food, y'all? And this was a separate occasion. I was like, when we went in there, I didn't really like the way that the guy was like, not, like, I didn't like his energy. I just felt like he was like being racist towards us. It wasn't even like he was like literally being racist. Y'all know, I don't know if y'all have ever had like, just experience weird ass energy. But I'm the type of person, if like you have an attitude with me, if you being like weird to me, I will walk the fuck out. I don't do that. Like, I feel like I'm not going to support your business. Maybe you guys are being called to. If you don't feel like you're welcome, you don't need to support people's businesses. That could be significant, y'all. But the point of the matter is that I just felt like really uncomfortable, because he was just asking, my friend was asking for something like just about the food, and the guy was just like turned to the side and not really wanting to answer and not really answering the questions. And I was just like, but he wasn't thrown off by that. I was. And then I told him, I was like, well, how come you wasn't triggered then, but you're triggered right now? He was like, he was like, honestly, I think it's just my pride and my ego. And then it made me awaken, y'all. It made me awaken to realize that we are so in control of our realities. We are so in control of the things that we allow in, y'all. We are so in control of things, and hear me. We are so in control of what exists to us, including racism. because it led me to another conversation with him where I was just like, well, I really never really experienced racism until I actually went out of the country and I studied abroad for a year. And he was like, well, I never experienced racism until I went to college. He was like, I was always surrounded around people that looked like me. And I was like, well, I was surrounded around a whole bunch of different people, but I just never, it was like, I just thought that it was normal. But racism isn't normal, y'all. I say all this to say that he was like, I don't want to stay there again. And I was like, well, why? The hotel was fine. The people at the hotel management was fine. Had the greatest experience with valet. We was fine. It was just the people staying in the place that he didn't like. And then he made this comment where he was just like, well, because this is why I'm bringing up this example, because it's going to tie back in. He was just like, I'm going to keep it a being with you. He was like, I feel like I'm better than them. And I was like, well, what do you mean? He was like, don't get me wrong. Those people could have well been millionaires, maybe even billionaires, but I just feel like I have the energy that I'm better than them. And I was like, well, we're not better than anybody. I feel like everybody's on an even playing field. And he was like, well, that might be my ego and my pride, but he was just like, just based off of energy, he was like, I just feel like I know more. And my friend is a very intuitive friend. He just thinks deep, like you go like third eye opening times 10 type shit. But I realized, and I had to explain to him, I was like, you have to understand that sometimes we go through those moments in order to trigger you, in order to become more comfortable within yourself. Not to have the reaction of I'm better than them, or this and this. I didn't like the way that they treated me and stuff like that. And to be honest, I didn't even realize that. I'm gonna have to call him later. Sit over here and be like, big dog, I gotta add to the conversation. But that could be significant too. Some of you guys are being encouraged to be in uncomfortable situations in order to trigger you to be uncomfortable. Hold on, wait. Because I was going to say be comfortable, but maybe God isn't over here telling you guys need to be comfortable with being uncomfortable until you become comfortable. Because some of you guys don't really understand y'all true power. Some of you guys don't understand, and I always talk about this. You guys could really form and set the energy in a fucking room. But the point of the fucking matter is that if you guys don't recognize your energy, well, then guess what? You're going to allow other people to lead. Okay? Now let's get back into it, okay? Because I kind of went side note. But I wrote down being naive towards uncles, or towards hating uncles and aunts. Some of you guys are naive to the people that actually that are your biggest haters, okay? Hi, Zakira. I'm gonna touch the comments in a second, but y'all, we gotta get this because this is significant. All this is significant, y'all. This is a part of the awakening, okay? Because we gotta go backwards in order to go forward, okay? So I wrote down being misguided. I wrote down I can't marry her. She's my friend. And I wrote that down when it's crazy. I wrote that down with do you want me to touch on that right now? Oh, okay. I wrote that down when Nala and Simba was like playing around. Some of you guys could be like becoming or getting with like your childhood friends and stuff like that, or you're being guided back into like a connection that you had like in a past life. I'm hearing like twin flames or like soulmate vibes, okay? I also feel the need to say be careful of false twin flames. But anyway, let's keep going. Flamingos could be significant. So then we went into the song I Just Can't Wait to Be King, and I interpret that song as, okay, you just can't wait to be grown. And I feel like that's significant. Ooh, my tea just fell all over my couch. That's okay. Good thing I got a blanket down here. That could be significant too, y'all. That could be significant. Y'all know how like usually like when we spill stuff, this is how I know I'm evolving. Because usually when I spill stuff, sometimes I used to, like, past me would get upset. I'm like, oh, shit, okay, well, at least I got something here. Some of you guys had to go through things in order for you guys to literally, like, be able to know how to deal with it at a later time in life. to know not to react to shit. Some of you guys had to literally go through things as a kid in order to literally, when you became an adult, you know how to deal with it. But some of you guys just kept running away. Anyway, going back to what I was talking about, it says, I just can't wait to be king. And I said equals grown. Some of you guys have been rushing to be grown ever since you was a little kid. And I feel, and now it's funny because now that you're grown, I feel the need to sit over here and say, some of you guys are wishing that y'all was kids again. But I feel the need to sit over here and say, if you can go back to that time, what was it that made y'all want to be grown? If y'all had, and if y'all was real, if y'all could keep it real with yourself, like, what was it? Was it because you felt like you didn't have any really true proper guidance? Was it because you felt like you really didn't have anyone to guide you? Like what is it? You know, like, what made you want to be grown? Because you wanted to be free? And then I wrote down the songs. No one says do this, no one says to be there, and no one says to stop that. So some of you guys wanted to be grown because you didn't care for the people that was guiding you. Maybe y'all did have guidance, but it was just like they were misguiding you. And some of you guys recognized that at a young age too. Realize that you didn't want to be exactly where you were, so you had to get out of there. And it's kind of reminded me of, like, y'all, I left my mama's house when I was 17. And I feel like I kind of got to tell y'all that story. So, back when I was 17, I had just got back. I had studied abroad my junior year of high school. But when I had came back my senior year of high school, I remember my mom was renting out my aunt's house. And I remember I had got into it really badly. And I know I have to tell y'all this story because I kept seeing my cousin's name all over the place. And I was like, why the fuck do I keep seeing his name? I haven't talked to him in 2 years. And my cousin, if you seeing this, you know who you are. I forgive you. But I'm going to tell y'all the story. The reason why I had to leave was because I found out that my cousin was stealing money and some other stuff from my mom. Like, just stealing. And I felt like, you grew up in a $500,000 house. You grew up with both your parents. You went to what's considered one of the best schools in Denver. Why is you stealing from my mom, Dad? Why is you stealing from my mom? I don't even steal from my mom. And y'all, it's so funny that I'm telling y'all this story. I can tell y'all I'm evolving because I remember I used to tell this story and I used to be so mad and so angry and it used to make me so upset. But I'm just so calm. Some of y'all could have dealt with thieves. But it made me so mad that I had called my boyfriend at the time. And I told him, I was just like, you need to come whoop my cousin's ass. Because I can't whoop no grown-ass man's ass, but you can. So I brought my boyfriend over. And I remember in that moment, he was upstairs and he wouldn't come downstairs. And he had called his mom and his mom was like, you need to get the fuck out of my house. I'm going to call the police on you. I said, you're going to call the police on me after he stole from my mom? No, I should call the police on him. Well, anyway, long story less long, I ended up having to move out. Middle of high school. It was towards the end, though, anyway. So I moved in with my boyfriend. We eventually got our own apartment. But I say all this to say, I chose to be grown. And I think that that's the biggest thing, y'all. A lot of y'all went through a lot of things, but a lot of y'all blame y'all parents for it. But in reality, if you choose to be grown, you gotta choose to be grown all the way, big dog. There is no doubling back. There is no doubling back. But you know, I do know that my cousin had got his karma for that because I heard that he started doing bad. And I don't wish bad on nobody. I don't. And that's why I say I forgive you. That's why I say, like, if you watching it, like, if you watching me, watching this video at a whole nother time, I'm not going to out you. Like, I forgive you. Because you probably didn't know no better either. You was going through your own shit in life too. And that's bringing me to a whole nother thing, y'all. I want you to understand something because I kept bringing this conversation up. sometimes you could sit over here and you could see both sides of the spectrum when people do you wrong. Some of you guys can really identify that. Listen, I know that you did this to me because you weren't at the best place in your life. I know you stole from me because you were going through this. Maybe you really weren't getting help from your mom. Who knows? But that doesn't take away from the fact that you hurt my mom. That doesn't take away from the fact that you hurt me. And I think that that's the biggest thing, y'all, is that a lot of you guys are not sitting over here keeping the bean about the things that have hurt you. Yes, you can recognize and hear me. Yes, you can sit over here and recognize that these people, they're humans. You can recognize that these people are going to do people shit. But it doesn't take back the fact that they hurt you by cheating on you. It doesn't take back the fact that they hurt you. And I think that, yes, you can forgive them for being human, but you do need to acknowledge that they hurt you, because your hurt is important. And a lot of y'all have not realized that you are important. How you feel is important. Some of you guys literally, like, your feelings was never fucking, and catch me, y'all feelings was never ever justified. Y'all never got an apology. You never got anything. How you doing, beauty? I'm sorry, I'm not in the comments, but I'll give it to you, okay? Guys, like, do it now. You say, I've been depressed moods for months and I can't seem to get out of it. Never been like this in my life. Beauty, you're being challenged to evolve. And the more that you resist the evolving, the more you resist the change, the more depressed you're going to become. The more you're going to be urged, just like you're going to be forced to change, beauty. You might feel like you literally want to die. Some of that is spiritual text, but for the most part, it's because you're not supposed to be where you're at. You're being challenged to be more, beauty. Let's keep going, because I know something in here is going to help you. I wrote down, free to run around all day, free to do it all my way, equals freedom to live. Just like, beauty, you have the freedom to be depressed. You have the freedom to be happy too. You just got to allow yourself to do that. And I know it seems like it's so easy to just cut away from hurt, and it's so easy to just wake up tomorrow. It sounds good that you could wake up tomorrow and feel better, but you can. But you have to believe that you can. And not only believe it, but you also have to sit over here and put forth the effort into actually, well, doing it. You have to do things even when you don't feel like doing them, that you feel like it's going to, that steps in the right direction in order to make you feel better. And if you don't know what it is to make you feel better, then it's time for you to discover it. I wrote down, I just can't wait equals yes, you can. Crocodiles could be significant because I kept seeing crocodiles all day. And it actually is bringing my attention. So all of this could be significant, y'all. I had went and I was about to go get a tattoo today. And I was just going to get some simple shit. But the guy, like, literally told me that I should hold off. So I feel the need to sit over here and say that, like, if you guys are trying to rush something, like, just don't. But he was telling me to hold off because I need to look at the bigger vision. He was like, you know, if you just keep putting random, like, I have an overall vision on how I want to do my tattoo, but, like, I wanted to do it in pieces. And he was like, well, you need to sit over here and like, get the whole bigger piece. Like, let's look at the whole foundation. He was like, you want to build the foundation instead of just having a whole bunch of different pieces all over your leg. And then all of a sudden, then it's going to sit over here. And he was like, it'll be harder to put things together later in life if you're over here trying to just do it piece by piece. He was like, build the foundation first, and then he was like, and you could even sit over here and go back and correct this too, make it better. But then he was sitting over here telling me, he was like, you know, that old tattoo, he was like, if you look at the newest tattoo you got and you look at your old tattoo, you realize that the newest one outshines the oldest one. Why? Because the old one looks like it wasn't done right. So coming and tying it back to you guys, some of you guys went through a lot of old shit and you did it the wrong way. Y'all could have did it the wrong way by being grown. But now it's time to do it the right way. And for some reason, y'all, I'm getting in my head, like, living, like, I don't know if you guys are moving in with a new person. I don't know if you guys are about to, or like your next union, like, it's like, I'm getting like your next union will be your right union. Just do it the right way. Because I kind of forced myself when I lived with my ex. Both times. But one, I was placed in it because I had entered into survival mode. Some of you guys with your next union, you're not going to be in survival mode. And I think that that's significant too, is that's why you can't just do simple pieces. But going back to what I was saying, some of you guys can't, and catch me, yo, some of you guys are being challenged to go and redo your, go back to the past to redo it, to make it better, to heal it. Some of you guys are going to be like going through like an intensive, like your new shit is going to be intense. But I'm hearing intense in a good way, okay? But anyway, let's get back into it, okay? That's a sidebar. I wrote down, heavy emphasis on just, heavy emphasis on you sitting over here, just like you need to create a foundation before you start just thinking of full pieces, okay? Like I'm hearing, like, for example, if you guys are trying to like move, like, what is the foundation of where you're moving? Like, what do you want to do it for? Because I'm always for like just up and moving and up and leaving, but what are you doing it for? Are you doing it because there's new jobs? Like, have you looked to see if there's new jobs in that location? Like, have you looked for apartments? A whole bunch of stuff. Like, just do your, if you guys are, heavy emphasis on moving, if you guys are thinking about moving, I just feel the need to tell you to do research, okay? I wrote down, it was my ideal when I pulled it off. Someone taking all the credit for a team effort. Some of you guys might be dealing with people in your job or just in life that's taking credit for something that you designed, for something that you did. I feel the need to sit over here and say some of you guys are being urged to speak up. I wrote down, tell me how good I am equals stroke my ego. Some of you guys are dealing with people that are very in their ego. Checking out of here was, they said I'm checking out of here in Lion King. And then I wrote down equals hotel because I had technically checked out of the hotel today. So some of you guys could be going on travels, or you're being urged to go travel. I wrote down, I walk on the wild side. I laugh in the face of danger. And you know what's crazy? I meant to write down the face of danger, but I said the phase of danger, like PHASE, like phases. So maybe you guys, and you know what's crazy? Last night I had like 3 bad dreams. But you know what's crazy is that I had drank some wine last night. And I just remember, like, I just fell it when I don't even remember falling asleep. I just fell asleep, and I just remember, like, I was having bad dreams. But they wasn't like scary dreams to where it was like, I just knew that it was like spirits trying to get me. Some of you guys are being urged not to drink because that's when like you become low vibrational. And I'm hearing like, it don't always got to be all the time. It's just you have to limit your drinking. But I'm hearing like, if you guys are seriously like on your spiritual journey during this time of awakening, you can't drink. Because that's when they'll come for you. And if you're spiritually weak and you're not able to identify, okay, that dream is just, it's a scare. It's like a pregnancy scare type shit. It's not a true pregnancy, but it's like, it's a warning. Don't do that shit again, because by the time you sit over here and get your motherfucking period, you like, whoo, type shit. Some of you guys could be getting pregnant soon. I'm hearing, if you don't want no baby, wrap that shit the fuck up. But anyway, going back, it says, I laugh in the face of danger. Some of you guys are being encouraged to literally laugh at the face of dangers, or the phases of dangers, however you want to take it. But then I wrote down, Simba was scared shortly after. I feel the need to sit over here and say, don't be scared. Don't sit over here. Don't be scared. Because it's like, I think I'm getting like, you know, maybe some of y'all really did want to be grown. And it's like, then you figured out being grown kind of sucks. Like, it was cool. It was cool for a little while. And now that shit, it's like, don't be scared now, big dog. But it also took me back, that quote, I walk on the wild side and I laugh in the face of danger. It took me back to my 7th grade year with one of my teachers, Miss McMill, or I think her name was Miss McMillian. But I remember that she was teaching us grammar. And up until that point, like, I've always been a writer. I always wrote in diaries, but I've always thought that, like, my grammar was the poorest until and sometimes I still think my shit is bad, but, like, she was the one that really, like, stood out to me, and that's when English started to make sense to me. And English was my first language. Some of you guys could be dyslexic, but I just, like, I always love to write. It's just sometimes I would get lost in my thoughts with writing, and so sometimes I could either repeat myself a lot, or I could sit over here and put an adjective. It's like an adjective is supposed to come before a noun, but the point of the matter is that maybe I would put the noun before the adjective, just writing too fast. It's not that I wasn't articulate, it was just I was just writing way too fast. I was daydreaming too much, so that could be significant too. Some of you guys could be English majors, or being encouraged to go be an English teacher, or maybe be a middle school English teacher. But it was her that had taught us, like, she had showed us adjectives, and I feel the need to sit over here and say, if you are this English teacher, I want to give you guys this. She used shapes on top of the like, she used shapes and, like, squiggly lines in order to identify the adjectives, the nouns, and the verbs. And I don't know if that's a teaching method, but maybe you're being encouraged to develop new teaching methods if you guys are teachers. If you guys are, email me. I'll sit over here and literally tell you how she taught me how to sit over here. And it wasn't just me, it was the whole class, but how she literally, like, I don't know why, but the shapes just helped me. And then I was like, oh, okay, an adjective, then a noun, then a verb. Some of you guys could be learning Spanish, because then I realized when I was learning Spanish when I was in high school, or in high school, I realized, well, shit, now it's backwards. So some of you guys could be learning a language, okay? It's like the verb comes first and shit like that, then it's the adjective. Anyway, let's keep going. I wrote down dinner to go could be significant. Some of you guys could be, like, getting dinner to go. I wrote down pinned you and then pinned you again. So some of you guys could be, like, coming into a union, or you could just have a friendship. But I also feel like some of you guys are being challenged to operate out of your you know what's crazy? I was going to say operate out of your femininity, but I feel like some of you guys need to be challenged how to operate out of your masculinity. And it's bringing me back to the conversation that I was having earlier about masculinity and femininity. Because I feel like a lot of us are taught that we need to dominate in one, but I feel like in reality we're supposed to operate out of both of them. If there's a time and a place where you need to be feminine, there's a time and a place where you need to be masculine, especially when it comes to this new relationship. So heavy emphasis on you being in a relationship. I'm hearing y'all be like, bitch, when and where? And now I'm hearing, I ain't never scared. I feel like some of y'all have really been secretly scared of relationships, but I ain't gonna tell nobody, okay? And I'm hearing, no, don't tell nobody. What song is that? I think that's by Tink. Is that by Tink? Or Jeremiah? Damn, I'm gonna have to go look that up now, because I really used to like that song. And I used to know those lyrics by heart, but I don't remember. If y'all know that song, don't tell nobody. I want to say it is Tink, though. Duality is significant, baby. Duality, okay? I wrote down, you don't appear strong, but you are. You felt energy. Well, you felt words. I've learned to thrive in chaos. You mirror each other. Some of you guys are coming in because, okay, so to be honest, when I was watching Lion King, I had this whole deep thought on twin flames, and it made me, like, write down, okay, what the fuck is a twin flame? Because I always hear people sit over here and talk about it. Like, I'm always here, soulmates, twin flames, and I've touched on it before. But I was like, but I feel like it's more. So this is what I got from twin flames, okay? And you know what's crazy? I remember doing this in another video, but feel free to chime in the comments about twin flames. I wrote down, twin flames are intensity people who enter in your life for a period of time to help you grow and steer you on course. Okay? So they're basically put into your life in order to teach you something. And a twin flame is basically one soul split into two bodies. Spit? I meant to say split. Is y'all splitting? Don't y'all be spitting in people's mouths, okay? That's so nasty. We is serious. We are in teaching mode tonight, okay? We are in teaching mode. No nasty business tonight. No nasty. You said, I don't understand the difference between that and the karmic. Okay? Don't you be laughing. Hold on, y'all. That's reminding me. Let me plug my charger in really quickly so I can make sure that this shit is not coming off. The difference between a karmic is, whatchamacallit, a karmic is a person that's put into your life in order to sabotage you. A twin flame is like, and to be honest, because this is where, y'all, what the fuck? I'm over here looking for my phone like it's not really just in front of me. Look at me knowing. Look at me calling that shit before it even happened. That shit said 20%. Okay. There we go. You said, I told you months ago, it's when your energy is split and teaching you a lesson. Sha, we on to something. It said, it'll be in my hand, bro. I'm telling you, like, I was like, where's my phone? It's literally right here, y'all. Like, anyway. Let's keep going, though. I wrote down, this is important, though. When you are in twin flames, insecurities and attachment issues will appear. I wrote down, you don't always have to separate from your twin flame, but you do have to allow life to flow, because when it does come to your twin flame, like, a lot of y'all are going to be triggered to run away from it, because a lot of you guys, or it could be them that don't want to do the work, and you have to let them go. I also feel the need to sit over here and say that beware of a false true flame, because a false true flame like will literally make you feel confused. They will literally sit over here and make you feel as though like they're the love of your life, but they're like sabotaging you. Okay. I also feel the need to sit over here and tell you guys, do research on false true family, false true flames. Okay. I also wrote down you deliberately disobeyed me. For some reason, I don't know why, I'm just getting like sexual energy from Lion King. I don't know what the fuck, because that came from his father. But like, I don't know if it's because it's late at night. I don't know what's going on. Maybe is y'all into like BDSM? Like, y'all like being tied up and shit? Or maybe you have a partner that's into that. Or maybe y'all don't even know, but like, tell me how that goes, because I've never been in no shit like that. Like, don't get me wrong, like, I be adventurous, but it's like, I ain't never been tied up before. So if y'all have, tell me how that's going, okay? But anyway, I wrote down big shoes to fill. I feel the need to sit over here and say the best thing is for you to be yourself. If you guys are entering into a union, just intuitively, I'm getting that you don't need to try to be like they exes. You don't have to try to get information on their exes, because their exes did not last. Their ex is an ex for a reason. I feel the need to sit over here and say, if you guys are entering into your twin flame unions, like, don't let your insecurities or attachments get to you. Like, I feel the need to sit over here and say, if they are triggered, then it's time for you to boop, 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 get that out of you. And then I also got an intuitive download, like, back to when I was triggered by, like, an insecurity, back when I was talking to a guy. And I remember, like, we were out and somebody, like, they projected their insecurities onto me, but I thought that it was my true own insecurity. And it wasn't until later on when I was talking to my spirit guides and shit like that, and they're like, bitch, that wasn't your insecurities. You healed your insecurities, but you think you the flyest bitch in the fucking world. Like, so I feel the need to tell y'all that some of y'all are being projected on. Like, I'm also getting like a jealous ass energy. So be mindful if you are an empath, heavy emphasis on if you are an empath, being able to discern what's your true feelings versus what's not. Because I'm getting the energy, like, it made me realize, like, in that moment, it was a teaching moment, but in that moment, I really was like, I really am comfortable in my skin. I really am comfortable in my body. But the point of the matter is that if you guys aren't able to identify that maybe the people around you are not comfortable, their shit can be projected onto you. And it's like, you don't want to go in through a loop of projections, okay? So just be mindful of that. I'm also feeling like, especially if you are entering into your twin flame journeys, they might be insecure and you might not be. Well, actually, that's a lie, because with twin flames, you guys are mirrors of each other. So if you guys are going through insecurities and you meet somebody that's insecure, just make sure that you truly have done the healing on that. Or you could be encouraged to really heal that shit, okay? Okay, keep going. I also wrote down, being brave doesn't mean you go looking for trouble. I wrote down, the kings will be here to guide you. So I feel the need to sit over here and say, some of you guys need to start getting like into spirituality. No matter what it is that you believe in, whether it's Christ, whether it's Jesus, whether it's God, whether it's Yahweh, whether it's Jehovah, whether it's fucking the devil, believe in something, okay? Believe. And the reason why I say that is because I feel like the more that you sit over here, and I believe in God, I believe in the universe, I believe that you are God. I really feel like, and I don't try to project what the fuck I believe onto y'all. That's why I always say, do y'all own shit. Y'all got y'all Orishas, I fuck with that too. But I just feel the need to sit over here and say, no matter what it is that y'all believe in, y'all need to have faith in this next journey. Because you're being guided. Whether if you just believe in the fucking laws of natures. Like, you believe in Buddha. I wrote down crescents, for some reason, I want to say a croissant, but it's not. So some of you guys could be going to France. But I meant to say a crescent moon. And then I wrote down a lion's betrayal. Some of you guys could be born on a crescent moon or dealing with somebody that's like that. But I feel the need to sit over here and say that if you guys are going... Okay, be careful if you guys are watching readers. They keep telling me to tell y'all this. Be careful and discern what messages are for you versus what's not for you. Because I was going to say, somebody born of a crescent moon could get betrayed, or they could be betraying you. But I feel the need to sit over here and use that as an example. And I feel the need to sit over here and say that in this example, for a majority of y'all, it's not true. Maybe like for 2 of y'all, maybe even 3 of y'all, it might be true. But I feel like that's significant because a lot of you guys are watching tarot readings, but you guys are thinking it's for you. It's like, she's like, your man is cheated on you type shit. And it's like, that was not for you. Your man is over there playing the game in a room. Like, girl, shut up. Like, shut up. Stop taking shit that's not for you, okay? Readings are confirmation. It's like, for example, if you've been sitting over here thinking about going and... what the fuck is something that y'all want to do? Going and getting your teeth and going to get your teeth whitened. Something simple. And then all of a sudden, like maybe 30 minutes later, you watch a video and there's like, some of you guys are going to go get your teeth whitened and stuff like that. That's your confirmation. Because you are the one that guided you to that. Nobody else guided you to that. Don't get me wrong. Technically, there are readers that can predict your future. I can predict your future. But the point of the matter is that God isn't going to give you way too much information because he doesn't want y'all to alter y'all reality. Because some of you guys are not realizing that you guys are looking too far into your, like, or you're looking too far into your, 2 downloads. You're looking too far into your future. So therefore, like, you are, you're messing up your divine path. It's like, for example, if he sit over here and say, okay, you really gonna fall in love with a person that has blue eyes and blonde hair. Like, that's gonna be the person you have kids with. You're going to sit over here and turn down everybody that doesn't look like that. But in reality, you don't even know that the next date that you have, he might have a fucking cousin that has those requirements and that's who you're supposed to be with. But because that date doesn't have blue eyes and blonde hair, like, you turn that person down. So now you're altering your reality. Does that make sense, y'all? When you dive too much in your future, or you even try to control it, well, then you sit over here. It's like some of y'all could have already been receiving love, been in union, had y'all surrendered control. Had y'all sit over here. And some of you guys actually need to get, like, seriously, on a serious note, y'all, hear me. Write down what it is that would make you feel fulfilled. Some of y'all have healed, but some of y'all have yet to sit over here and identify what it is that you want in order to bring forward in a union. Therefore, you're not manifesting anything. That's only to the people that truly do want unions, though, okay? The side note that I was going to tell you guys, well, it went out of my mind, so I guess I'm not supposed to tell you that. If it comes back, I'll let you know. Okay, so let's keep going. I wrote down, the kings will be here to guide you. So just heavy emphasis on your spirit guides. They say, bitch, we will guide you if you ask for our assistance, okay? Heavy emphasis on you asking for help. I know y'all be prideful, but just ask for help. I feel the need to sit over here and say that. I wrote down a setup by your own brother. And then I put in quotations family, because during the Lion King, like, he was basically set up by his own kin. So I just feel the need to sit over here and say, like, for some of y'all, just be aware of being set up by your family. Not all of y'all, discern. I'm hearing, if you like kind of have spidey senses that you shouldn't trust a person, take heed to the warning. I also wrote down only having one backup options equals them going down. And then I wrote down seeing dad died. Some of you guys could have had a father that had passed over, or some of you guys are going to be witnessing your dad passing over. And then I also wrote down dad sacrificing himself. I felt the need to sit over here and say that, like, going back to your family, if you guys have had loved ones that have passed over and you were really close to those people, I feel the need to sit over here and say that you just gained another soldier, a spiritual soldier on your side. They're not gone. They're literally helping you in the ethers. Okay? Confirmation. And I wrote down help somebody, anybody, and then laying with dad in death. And then this is where things get significant, y'all. All of this is significant, but this is where I was like, ooh, this is where the shit is, like, where we at with it, okay? And I know I'm, like, speaking in my calm, seductive voice. Maybe some of y'all is about to be, leave me alone. I just want to do Lion King. Some of y'all, like, I'm hearing the more authentic you are, like, the more attractive your person is going to be to you. Because I just feel like, I just want to talk, like, I just feel like being feminine tonight. Like, can we talk? So they could be significant. Some of you guys are, like, being encouraged to dive in or tap into your feminine energy. I feel like you don't have to force it, though. The right person is going to unlock it from y'all. Also, masculines, I feel the same with you, too. Some of y'all are forcing y'all masculinity when in reality, you don't got to force shit. Okay? Okay. For some reason, I want to say laying with daddy. Is you laying with daddy? Anyway, okay, let me get back into it. So, Simba ran away. So Simba was encouraged by his hating ass uncle to run away and never return, right? And then as soon as he was encouraged, Scar had literally sent the hyenas, like, to go kill him, but he ended up escaping. I feel like that's significant. Some of you guys could have ran away from your hometown. Some of you guys could have ran away from, I'm hearing secrets. Maybe you found out something. Maybe you felt like it was your fault that something happened. You could have felt like it was your fault that somebody died. But I wrote down, if you ever come back, we'll kill you. Some of you guys could have been in witness protection, or you could be. I mean, why would y'all tell me? I don't know. But I just feel the need to sit over here and say some of y'all ran away. If it wasn't like a mental runaway, you could have mentally ran away. Maybe you guys aren't tapped into your family. Like, y'all could physically be there, but mentally you're not there. That's a big one. I wrote down the lions and the hyena comes together. And then they ended up taking over. So anyway, then while Simba was down on his bed, guess what ended up happening? He was down bad, like he was found by outsiders, and the outsiders became his family. Some of you guys are being encouraged to leave in order to, and it's funny because I didn't even get this download until now. Some of you guys are being encouraged to leave in order to, and I'm hearing it could just be a simple trip. It don't got to be like a long-term like leave, but it's like you're being encouraged to go by yourself in order to find your true family. Because the outsiders was the one that actually saved them, which in this example, it's Timon and Pumbaa. And at first, what's funny is that they didn't even want to take him in. But then they realized that he was really down. And then they realized that he would be an asset to them. So just be mindful of not being used by your new friends. But they picked him up and because they're like, he's a lion. And he was like, well, he's a baby lion. He could be on our side. And then I wrote down, he's on the top of the food chain. Some of you guys, it's so funny. Because another download that I had got is that some of you guys could really come from wealth. But some of you guys, like, y'all walked away from that. It's like your family technically is wealthy, but You broke. Again, not for all of y'all, but for some of y'all. Or y'all could be dealing with a partner that's like that too. Let's keep going. I don't know why. I just heard handsome and wealthy in my head. And then I'm thinking of Atlanta. So, when Simba finally woke up, he was like, where are you going? Or no, they was asking Timon and Simba, or Timon and Puma was asking Simba, like, where is you going? And he was like, nowhere. Some of you guys are like literally don't know where to go. And I think that that's significant. Like, because you guys don't know where to go, like, you guys are just, you just one with the world and one, it's like you're lost. And I think that that's why this part is significant, is because some of you guys are so lost, and it's time for y'all to find yourselves. But in order to find yourself, y'all had to sit over here and get out of y'all head and stop blaming yourself for shit that had no control over you. I also wrote down, is there anything we can do? Because they were trying to cheer him up. And he was like, not unless you can change the past. And I want y'all to understand something. A lot of you guys wish you could change the past. Y'all wish y'all could go back, choose different partners, choose better relationships, some of y'all wish I would have, if we talking on some of y'all wish I would have chose better parents. But I feel the need to sit over here and say, like, you can't change it. All you can do is move forward. And then I wrote down, put your past behind you. Bad things happen and you can't do anything about it, right? Right? Wrong. And that's what they said in the movie. It was like, a lot of y'all are thinking that y'all can't change anything, but you're wrong about it. And in reality, they said, maybe you just need a new lesson. And that was the whole Hakuna Matata song. Y'all don't need to worry about, like, for the rest of y'all days type shit. It's not about worry. Something about your aroma could be significant, because I kept getting aroma for like the past few days. So just be mindful of, like, for some reason I felt the need to say your body odor. Just make sure you're taking care of it. And then I wrote down, I'm a sensitive soul, though I seemed to have tough skin. And that was from Puma. Some of you guys like are really sensitive. Some of you guys could be bigger, but I feel the need to sit over here and say some of you guys could really be sensitive, but people look at you as like strong and shit, but you like, I'm a flower. Handle me with delicacy. And then I also wrote down, and it hurts that my friends never stood downwind. And then I wrote down, no one to help or guide or give advice or stick around. I thought about changing my name, because he was like, I thought about changing my name. And you know what's crazy? In witness protection, you technically gotta change your name. And then it's taking me back to when I actually really didn't like my name. So for those that don't know me, my name is Tavion. Nice to meet y'all. But I used to hate my name. I used to go by Taviana. I really didn't like it, because I just didn't feel like it wasn't feminine. It just wasn't. But then I learned to love my name. And I actually go by my middle name, Neil. But it's like, I always thought, like, when I get older, I'm going to change my name. Maybe y'all felt the same way. Maybe y'all hate your names. But I feel the need to sit over here and say, there's a reason why you was named that. So, stick with it. Roll with the punches. But I also wrote down, y'all, and catch me, I also wrote down that a lot of you guys aren't being helped by your friends, and that's why you're being encouraged to like swap your friends. Because with the whole aroma thing, I'm getting like, maybe you didn't put on no deodorant one night and they didn't sit over here and tell you. I don't know why they saying deodorant, but it's like, maybe you didn't put on deodorant and they didn't tell you that you stunk. But it's like, you need to be around friends that's going to tell you, like, big dog, if you don't go take a motherfucking shower, how are you? I know you trying to be nice and shit, but, like, real friends help real friends out. Okay? Okay. Even if you're just giving them a wipe and, baby, go wipe them armpits. We out in public. I'm going to give you some deodorant type shit, you know? It's not to discourage them. It's just, because I wrote down discouraged, or I wrote down got downhearted, and that equals discouraged and low spirits. It's not to discourage them, though. It's not to discourage you either. If you have bad hygiene, then maybe it's time to correct your bad hygiene. And I think that that's the biggest thing about life, y'all, is that if you realize that you're not good at something, like I'm hearing even like y'all might have like some dirty ass homes. Realize why you are okay with being in filth. Why are you okay with being in chaos? 9 times out of 10, it's not because you actually like it. Some of y'all are just lazy. But some of y'all are sitting over here like, it's just like y'all are so depressed you don't want to get your ass up and clean up. But you don't even know that a clean environment will help you. Okay? Get your ass up and clean your house. Even if you listening to me, clean your house now. And again, it's not about what other people think. It's just about making yourself feel better, okay? I also feel a need, spiritual tip. You attract more negative energies when you're in an environment full of dirt, full of like clutter, and full of shit that you don't need, okay? I'm hearing get rid of that old shit and buy some new shit, okay? Don't just, and I'm hearing some of y'all just keep buying and buying and buying new shit, and y'all have yet to make room from y'all old shit. Go throw y'all shit away. Go give y'all shit away, okay? I also wrote down no worries for the rest of our days. It's our problem-free philosophy. But some of you guys are, and to be honest, it's crazy because during that whole thing, I was like, well, that's wrong. You should be free and you shouldn't have any worries, yes. But in reality, Lion King teaches you that you have to at least go back and face your responsibilities. And for some reason, I just thought about kids. So, there's that. I wrote down accept people for who they are. And then I wrote down, you live here? And then it says heart is where your rump rests. So I feel the need to sit over here and say that. Some of you guys need to understand that, like, heart is and comfort is where y'all want it to be honest. I'm gonna keep it a being with you. You know what's crazy, y'all, is epiphany mode. Real quick, epiphany. I really hi Blessed. I really have been doing this reading, and I'm like, there's so many pages. There's so many pages, but it's not even that many pages. And really, when I usually do these readings, like, I be into it. I be having the energy. And I have the energy because I know I'm called to do this reading exactly the way that it's supposed to be done. But I just had this epiphany, like, I don't want to do this shit. I just don't feel like finishing. But I feel like that is significant. Let me tell you, look at everything being significant. That's why. Let's put a pause on this for 2 seconds. I was having a conversation on this way back, and I realized I was talking to my friend, and I was like, you know, I really don't finish it. Maybe you guys are being encouraged to like start finishing things. And what triggered that conversation was because we were talking about puzzles. He was like, you're like a puzzle. He was like, we need to get you some puzzles so you could put pieces together. And I was like, I actually don't really care for puzzles like that. My mom and my sister does. But I was like, I don't really care for puzzles because, like, I don't got the patience for them. I was like, but maybe that's going to teach me patience. And he was like, yeah. He was like, see, that's the problem. You contradicted yourself because yesterday you said that you be over here completing shit, and then today you sit over here saying, but you can't even complete a puzzle. So which one is it? That could be significant. Some of you guys are not completing things that you started, because he was like, I'm the type of person, if I start one thing, I gotta complete it, and then I gotta move to the next thing. I'm like, shit, I don't operate like that. I'd be like, if I have interest here, okay, cool. And I was like, but sometimes, like, if I lose interest, then I want to switch tasks. I want to go to the next thing. I think about the businesses I started, and it's like I just lost interest with it. It wasn't something I was interested in anymore. Like, people, places, things, businesses, all that. Clothing. I'm like, shit, I could wear something one time and be like, okay, well, giving this away. Don't like these shoes no more. But some of you guys on your next level are being challenged to stay there. What do I mean? In this moment, y'all, I know that this reading is for y'all and it's important because a lot of you guys are going through a lot of things, and I know that I love being live, and I know I love talking to y'all. I love doing readings. I know I love this shit. I love doing it exactly how I want to do it. I don't care if there's 5 people up in this bitch, if there's 100 people up in this bitch, if there's 1,000 people up in here. I love talking to y'all. But that's the secret. If you love it, you don't give up on it. Everything in the past when it came to relationships, y'all, I gave up on. Now, granted, there was some shit I should have gave up on way before it should never even started. But that's a bar. Some of you guys are being encouraged to, and hear me, I'm not saying go back to those past relationships. Fuck no. Everything happens for a reason. But some of you guys are about to enter into a union, not for y'all to run away anymore, for y'all to come back into union. And y'all don't even know. This part of y'all life is, y'all got to realize what was y'all running from in the first place. Whether if it was a mental run, a physical run, whether if it was you trying to escape you got to realize that. And it's like y'all got to finish out that cycle in order to move on to the next cycle. And going back into the whole tattoo, I was supposed to get a tattoo. I didn't end up getting a tattoo because he was just like, you know, he was like, I want to do a whole piece on you. I don't want to just do one piece, but you got to finish out that old shit. Which was, shit, I only came with him with a limited amount of money. But when I go back, I'm going to have exactly what it is that I need in order to build the right foundation. That's significant. And then I realized I had to go to him because he had a key piece of information for me. Just talking to him. If it's not your time to get a tattoo, or if it's not your time to move on, if it's not your time, like some of y'all are thinking that y'all are ready, but like y'all still have some key things y'all need to skedaddle. Move out of your energy. Move out of your space. Okay? I wrote down, you live with us, you eat like us. Vegan. I wrote down no rules and no responsibility. Some of you guys are being encouraged to go travel the world. I wrote down it's not that bad. God is like, finish the thought. The point of the matter as why I use all of that as an example is because when you get to a point, and y'all, sometimes I know I be all over the place, and that's why I'm starting to slow down. Some of you guys are being encouraged to slow down in order to get the whole point across, because y'all, sometimes I be all over the place. But some of you guys are being encouraged to slow down, to be patient, to not rush this next process, because God wants this next part of you to be perfect. And now I'm hearing don't use perfect, because some of y'all are really perfectionisms, but God wants everything to be given to you because y'all have been hurt so much. Y'all done went through so much pain that this next process, this new state, this new level is going to evolve you. And it's like, but you got to get rid of that old shit, and you got to actually do things for completion, not just to do it. And I think that a lot of y'all have been stuck into the energy of just doing shit just to do shit versus you doing it for long term, okay? Now let's get back into it, okay? Some of you guys are going to realize that love isn't just the answer, okay? Some of you guys are going to come into this union and you're thinking that this union is going to fix you, but in reality, it doesn't. Some of you guys might come into a union where your person is still sad. Maybe you healed from some stuff and you're more advanced in certain topics, but they haven't. But that doesn't mean you leave those people. And I think that that's why God places people in your life at certain times, y'all, is because God gives you exactly who you need, not who you want in moments. And not to sit over here and say that relationships is all about suffrage. It's not. It's not about pain. It's not all that. It's more so coming into union and developing and evolving. Point of the matter is that a lot of you guys think that unions is going to sit over here and fix you. It's going to make you feel whole again. It's going to bring back the pieces that you felt were missing. When in reality, when you get love, you're just going to be like, well, shit, I got it now. Is this it? Especially when that honeymoon phase stages. Or when that honeymoon stage fades. I was going to say fades. Some of you guys might be realizing that during your honeymoon stage. It's interesting. Maybe honeymoon stage is just a stage. It's an act. Maybe things aren't supposed to be honeymoon stages. That's a bar. Like, people that really did life together, that's been together, did y'all really have a honeymoon stage? Or did y'all just be like, yo, this is my person. Good, bad, and ugly, I love this person. I know we get there, but like, what if you do it before, like in the honeymoon stage? You see the flaws in the honeymoon stage. Maybe the desire of wanting to fix people is phased out, so you can actually identify, like, you know what? I see that this person has these flaws here, but you know, I accept their flaws, and I know that they're willing to work on it. Maybe that's the evolution of relationships, and that's why you guys are being encouraged to be in different relationships. Because now I'm hearing that certain relationships, certain people are not that evolved. They're not that grown. And now I'm getting like the energy of some of y'all are not even that grown. And that's why you're being challenged to evolve and not to sit over here and say you settle for anything. We don't settle for shit. But some of you guys have to realize just how you're hurt, just how y'all are fucking hurt. It's just how these people are hurt. Y'all are really good ass, genuine ass people. So are they. Now, granted, we can't awaken them. We can't, and it's not that we can't awaken them. It's just certain people awaken certain people. But it's like we can't determine if they want to choose the path of awakening versus if they want to run away. But if they choose it, just like you chose it, if they choose to evolve just like you choose to evolve, if they choose it, like if you choose a person that you know is not perfect, but you know that y'all are willing to try, well, that's all you can ask for. So maybe relationships, you're being challenged to change the trajectory of relationships. It's very interesting. I don't have none of that shit wrote down, but downloads, okay? Downloads. We're all where we need to be, exactly where we need to be. I wrote down, nobody knows my sorrow. Laying on bones equals Mufasa's bones. I am the king, don't mention that name. I wrote down that that Scar was like Mufasa's name, even after his death, still like held weight. That could be significant. Pay attention to like your partners or your situationships. Like, does they ex's name still hold weight? And the reason why I say that is because it's not for y'all to get like irritated and not to make y'all feel insecure or nothing like that, but it's just like they still have shit to heal from, and they can't deal with you if they still healing from that. If they still got feelings for their ex, it's like, we're not about to do this two-party thing. That's why sometimes you are entered into a third party, but some of you guys, instead of y'all getting mad about being in a third party, you just are there to recognize your worth and to leave and to let them do their shit. I understand you like those people, but you gotta let them go, babe. I wrote down Scar was really jealous of Mufasa because he knew that he couldn't compare. So if this is not y'all, so now I got another intuitive download. Some of you guys could be entering into unions where they might have the father of their child. I kind of touched on this briefly in another video, but God's like go a little bit into details. I feel I need to sit over here and say that, like, y'all don't need to compare yourself to nobody of people's past. I'm hearing a baby mama too. And the reason why I say that is because y'all, the unions that y'all are entering into is like, I look at, and I did a whole Nala and Simba. It's like, that's the true, like, that's your true shit. That's where you're supposed to be at. And they feel the same way you feel too. You have love for your exes. They have love for their exes, but they will never be y'all. They will never compare to you. Even in your death, your name, they could never hold weight to who y'all are. And I think that that's significant. A lot of y'all don't sit over here and recognize or give yourself enough credit. Like, y'all really are this shit and then some. Some of y'all could be born the year of the pig. But that's why, what are y'all operating out of jealousy and out of insecurities for? If y'all, and I think that that's the biggest thing is that that's why y'all can't come into y'all union, because y'all got to get that insecurity and that jealousy out of there. Because some of y'all are supposed to, like, teach your partner how to not be jealous. They might sit over here and be good looking, but good looking people still have insecurities too. That's why I'm hearing it's important for you to discern, like, what's your true energy versus what's not your energy. Because your partner can project insecurities onto you too. You guys could be dealing with a Scorpio or be a Scorpio. I wrote down, you become who you're around. Like-minded people think the same. Sometimes God throws a wrench in your comfort to remind you who you are. Some of you guys, and going back to what Beauty was saying, where she felt like she's just going at a state where it's just like she's never been through this in life. Some of you guys are going through uncomfortable feelings in this moment in order to awaken your ass, to get your ass to this next level. Not everybody can go, but the people that have awakened, there is no, and I think that's a whole sidebar, y'all, is that a lot of y'all have awakened, but you're so mad at yourself for fucking awakening. And it's like you keep trying to go back to old patterns, like you keep trying to go back to like the old, but you can't. And now I'm getting like, when like Simba went back to the to Pride Rock, it was destroyed. He didn't come back. He didn't come back to how it was left, because it wasn't when you left, and so much shit has happened. But that's significant. A lot of y'all keep sitting over here trying to go back and try to, like, deal with friendships that no longer serve you, deal with relationships that no longer serve you, have the same conversations with people that no longer serve you. Like, it's like y'all have awakening and realize that these people are fake, realize that these people are not your people, you realize these people are phony, you realize that this job ain't for you, you realize all this shit, all these things don't serve you, but you're scared of going forward, or you don't know how to go forward, so therefore you remain in the past. And when you're awakening, you can't stay there. You can stay anywhere else, but you can't stay there. That's why you guys are anxiety, depression, fucking you sitting over here feeling like I need to do something I just don't know. It's because you're transitioning. Metamorphosis. Welcome to the cocoon. I wrote down, in the jungle, the mighty jungle, the lions sleep tonight. Some of you guys are actually going to be coming into unions with your soulmate, not your twin flames. So just take that with a grain of salt, okay? Some of y'all. I wrote down, what if we're supposed to be together and not run away like we always have? Some of you guys are going to realize that maybe within this next union it's not about running. It's about you sitting over here actually being together. It's about you coming together. And we touched on that. I wrote down, can you feel the love tonight? Heavy emphasis on y'all coming into love, okay? Heavy emphasis, okay? Some of you guys don't understand that. I wrote down two things. I wrote down new manager equals no work is getting done. Some of you guys could be like realizing that, or you could be under like new management. I'm hearing like an apartment place. I'm also hearing, what is it? Like your job and the work isn't getting done. So some people, so you might actually get a phone call back from your job. It's just into it, like your old job, in order to go back. Okay, it's not for everybody. You just very few. But some of you guys, for some reason, I want to say like maybe an old ex might hit you up. But I feel like in those examples, well, I can't tell you what to do. You'll know what to do when you get that call. Okay. Some of you guys might get a phone call to go back home to help. I'm hearing maybe a dying loved one. In those examples, you should go back. Yeah. And now I'm getting the scene like a Diary of a Mad Black Woman, where technically she wasn't married, or she was married legally, but they were separated, and how he got sick and stuff, and technically she had to go back and take care of him. Well, technically she didn't have to, but she did. I feel I need to tell you that. Go watch Diary of a Mad Black Woman. That might be significant. And then there's sirens outside. The reason why I say that is because y'all, within that movie, y'all, and I'm going to keep it a bean with y'all. Within that movie, like, she left the person that she truly loved. Like, and I'm getting like she loved both of them technically. But it's like she had fell in love. She had lost herself to find herself and had a new person, and was about to give up her new shit for her old shit, her karmic shit. Don't give up y'all new shit for y'all old shit. Do not give up y'all new shit for y'all old shit. Do not give up y'all new shit for y'all old shit. I say it 3 times. Don't do it. I don't care. Give that ring back. Divorce them. Anyway, let's keep going, because y'all, this is already long. God is like, girl, you are right on time. Okay. I wrote down, do you ever wonder what stars are? Now, this part is significant, y'all. This part is dedicated to my stars. This part is so significant because it went over my head when I was a kid, and I'm pretty sure it went over y'all heads too. Puma asks, do you ever wonder what stars are? Timon made up an answer. Literally made up an answer. This is significant because some of you guys are being led by someone that does not know how to lead, but they just want power. He literally said stars are, or he was like, stars are fireflies. Some bullshit. It's not to say that Timon is a bad person. I think Timon was just alone. And he found somebody to not be alone with, so he was going to do everything that he could in order to make sure that that person stayed with him. That could be significant. Even lying and acting like he knew everything. Maybe that's y'all. Puma's response was, and Puma was so funny, because when I watched it, like, I was like, Puma's answer is the real actual answer of what stars are, but we're gonna get there. Puma was the one that initially asked the question, do you ever wonder what stars are? Puma was the one that had the right answer, and then I also know that Simba had the right answer too. It was just more on a spiritual base. I wrote down having the right answer but being unsure of the truth. Some of you guys actually know how to solve the problems that's going on into your life. You're just not getting confirmations that that's the true way. So you sit over here and you're being misled by somebody else, okay? I also wrote down the answer is always within you. You just have to look, but you keep looking at your peers to confirm. Puma's answers was, The star, he was like, well, I always thought, he was like, oh, wow, Timon, like, I always just thought that stars were a ball of gas. And Timon was like, you always think everything is a gas and stuff like that. But then it encouraged me because I was like, he's right. And then I went and I was like, okay, so what is a star? Like, what is a star? What is the definition, okay? And it's a huge glowing ball of hot gas. A huge glowing ball of hot gas. And then it made me write down, well, what's gas? Like, what's the definition of gas? And hear me, y'all. It's a substance or matter in a state in which it will expand freely to fill the whole of somebody just tried to block me, to fill the whole of a container. Thank you, God. Having no space and no fixed volume. I want to repeat that. So y'all, and this is going out to my true starseeds, because I'm going to elaborate how this all ties into my starseeds, okay? Gas is a substance or a matter in a state in which it will expand freely to fill the whole of a container, having no shape and no fixed volume. What does that mean? You are a fucking star. You're a star. You're not meant to have the same shape as anybody else. There's multiple stars. You're meant to expand freely. If you're in a container, don't get me wrong, you'll still get the aroma. The aroma will still have a stench, but the point of the matter is that you're meant to expand. And when you're free to expand, if you're not just in a container, and here, I'm about to use this as an example, y'all, and hear me. Because this is my, I need to go to Sephora tomorrow. Here's a container. Imagine you sitting over here being a star and trying to sit over here and being here. But the point of the matter is that, listen, there's all this space for you to expand. There's all this space for you to sit over here and to become, like, to be whatever it is that you want to be. A lot of you guys are not realizing that you have all this space to grow, to become the person that you want to be with whoever it is that you want to be, because you keep putting your ass in this little ass container. Trapping yourself in relationships that don't serve you, trapping yourself into situations with friends that don't serve you, when you're meant to be as big as the fucking world. When in reality, some of those people were put into your life in order to keep you in that container. So what is a star? It's a fucking big ass glowing ball of gas. Does that make sense? I feel the need to ask you guys, why do you keep trying to box yourself in? If you know that you're a star, if you know you're meant to shine, if you know that you are on this path in life where it's like, I know that I'm supposed to be bigger than what the fuck I am, why are you boxing yourself in? Self-sabotage is not an answer anymore. Why? The circle of life, and this has been my main point this whole reading, the circle of life it means everybody has a fucking place. Your place is meant to shine. Your place is meant to encourage. Your place is meant to influence. Your purpose is for you to be big. So why are y'all acting so fucking small? Why? Some of y'all could be born in 1994 or the 90s. I'm hearing the 80s too, and the 70s. I've been hearing 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s. Heavy emphasis on 70s though. 60s too. And the hotel I stayed in was actually called 60. And it was in Beverly Hills, so take it as it resonates. I wrote down Simba's answer, because Simba was the last one to answer, what do you think stars are? And he says, a great person told me that the stars are the great kings of the past, and that they are watching over us. And everybody laughed at him. Timon and Pumbaa laughed at him for that answer. But it really hurt Simba, because that answer was given to him by his dad. His dad had passed. And Simba's answer is right too, because our ancestors are within stars, so technically he wasn't wrong. So then this is what triggered Simba to awaken. Because guess what? Simba sat over here and catch me, y'all. Simba walked off from them. walked off, was upset, was mad. And before we go there, I gotta touch on Nala, and I gotta touch on the "can you feel the love tonight" type energy. Okay. Oh wait, they're like, wait, keep going. The spiritual advisor ended up, because this is significant, the spiritual advisor, being the monkey, realized that Simba is still alive. But Simba had to awaken, and y'all, I didn't even get this until now. Simba had to awaken his emotions in order to be found. Some of you guys are being encouraged to open your emotions in order to, y'all, and this just went through me. Some of you guys are literally being encouraged to open your emotions in order to thrive, because your superpower is through your emotions. And I remember when, and y'all, if y'all had been here from the beginning, I literally said, like, y'all, I was crying in the car today because I just felt like I needed to release. And I didn't realize that shit, it's not just y'all, it's me too. Operating out of fear of thinking people are gonna always hurt me, operating out of the fear that I always have to be here and be everything for everyone, thinking I always have to have the answers, thinking I have to be the one that's not being emotional, being withdrawn. I have to be the one that's not overly emotional. And you know what's so fucked up, y'all, is I spent a lot of time thinking that my emotions were fucked up. I thought that feeling was messed up. I thought that showing emotions, I spent so many years just, why are you crying? Why are you upset? Weak people don't cry. I said this to myself. And then I had peers that told me, relationships. I had people that would sit over here and like make me feel insane for caring. What do I mean? They'd be like, oh, Charlie, you're being too overly emotional. They made me feel like me showing emotions and me putting forth effort and me not wanting to let them go was crazy, until I finally let them go, and then they all came running back to me. But it's like, I'd had so much love to give, and everybody made me feel fucked up for wanting to show love. And I shut down, y'all. I shut down for so many years. Played the game of dating. And it wasn't until I was with my friend today and I realized that he had told me, he was like, you know, it's okay for you to cry. And y'all, I've cried on life before. I cry to myself all the time. But one thing that held true is that sometimes he was just like, you need to talk to people. And y'all, I talk to y'all. That's why I come to y'all and I talk to y'all about trauma, because y'all, one thing about this is we could be real up in this, but this is a safe space. But the point of the matter is I want y'all to hear me. I didn't realize until now that it's safe for us to show our emotions. Because our emotions and us going back and us dealing with how we feel and dealing with how things made us feel is what triggers our awakening. It's what triggers us to go into the next steps. But you can't move forward until you go backwards. It's not for you to stay in your past. It's not for you to sit over here and blame everybody in your past. It's for you to get that shit out of you. And realize the past is the fucking past. But it's not to, but you have to acknowledge before, where y'all keep fucking up at, and even me too, is that we keep wanting to say, and hear me y'all really quickly. We keep wanting to say, I'm done with my past. We want to fast forward through that shit. We keep wanting to say that, like, I'm over it. I'm done with that shit. I told her, I was crying tears and I kept butchering, and I was like, I don't want to be hurt no more. I don't want to fucking cry anymore. I am tired. I've cried enough. But then I realized I wasn't crying about the right shit. And it's not even that I was crying about the wrong shit. I was crying to give up, not crying to keep going. I was crying not to release it. I was crying just because there was so much trauma built up within me. I didn't know what the fuck I was crying for. Crying for losing friendships, crying for losing relationships, crying for losing my child, crying for fucking losing my parents, crying for fucking, y'all take it as it fucking resonates. Crying because I was hated on by all my fucking family. Crying because I was never guided right. Crying because fucking I sat over here and didn't finish college. Crying because I didn't even know what the fuck I wanted to do in life. Crying because I didn't have the support system. Crying because my mom couldn't come to the games because she was working all 3 jobs. Crying and crying. Like, I'm just like, there's so much shit. And it's just like, I am tired. I don't want to fucking hurt no more. I don't. I've reached that state today. I don't want to hurt. That's when you awaken. A lot of you guys are doing shadow work and you're like, okay, when is it going to get better? When is it going to stop? When is it? Well, it's when you decide to feel all of your emotions and then you wake up and then you said, okay, well, the past is the past now. But you have to settle your hurt. You have to settle your shit before you can move on, big dog. And another thing that rings true, y'all, is that my friend was like, yeah, you cry by yourself, but you need to cry with people. And I was like, I don't trust nobody to fucking cry with. And I was like, and I was mad as fuck because he was making me cry in front of him. But I was like, shit, God always is right on time, right? And I was like, technically, he was like, you know, you be writing shit down. He was like, but do you really truly process it? And I was like, should I be crying and writing too? But one thing is true is that it's not time for y'all to be alone no more. A lot of y'all spend a lot of time alone because y'all didn't trust people. A lot of y'all spend a lot of time alone because y'all were so hurt. A lot of y'all spend a lot of time alone. It was easier, right? It's easier. Even if you were surrounded around people internally, you could be around people but still feel alone. It's fucked up. But now, the past is the past. So now we have to operate as though I'm done. God, I'm done. Big dog, I'm done. The past is the past. I can no longer operate based off of past ass energies, which means, guess what? Moving forward, this new union, because we're going back into this new union, requires y'all. And this is the secret formula, y'all. It requires y'all to forgive y'all past hurt, but it also requires y'all to, there's a few things. It requires for y'all to keep it real with yourself. It requires for you to forgive yourself. And last but not least, it requires for you to move as if this is a new blank page. As if it's like a do-over. A lot of y'all want love. A lot of y'all want people that's for y'all, that's loyal to y'all, that's going to be y'all team player. Y'all don't even know that what's about to try y'all right now is seeing, okay, you said you don't and you over your past. Let's see how much you are over your past. I'm about to give you a brand new fucking person. Are you going to sit over here and cave? We talking. And I'm sorry I'm not in the comments, y'all, but I'll be in the comments. Y'all know I'll be in the comments when I'm done. A lot of y'all don't realize that with this new person, this person might resemble, they might act like, they might even feel like your old person, your old people. It might be a combination of people in a one person. Might trigger the fuck out of you. But you're being urged, and I'm giving y'all this secret because God is saying, I can reveal this to you. This person, and you're going to feel it. And God is telling you, The more your authentic self, the more this person will come to you. I'm also being told that this person won't run away from you. You can't run away from this person. If your next person, y'all, because a lot of y'all are at different stages, if the next person that you start dating comes into your life and they run away from you, this is not that person. Get rid of that person. Another person will come in shortly after. Okay? Your person. This is instructions on your fucking person, y'all. You have to literally trust them. Yeah, I said it right. I don't care if you got cheated on. I don't care if you was in an abusive relationship. I don't care if you, and it's not that I don't care, and not to discredit, because I know how that is. I don't care if you was in toxicity though. You have to leave that shit over there, out there. It can't come near you anymore. You want to know why? Because all of this, we done dealt, all of this dealing with your past shit. Oh, baby, we're dealing with it to put this shit to rest. So the new version of you can rebirth. The funny part is that a lot of y'all are already rebirthing. A lot of y'all are already fucking present. A lot of you guys are already here. The last missing piece is for you to go dig up all that shit that you didn't even, and now I'm hearing is y'all need to dig up old shit, but y'all need to get rid of old shit too, in order to properly bury everything. Because a lot of y'all buried feelings and emotions and a lot of different like trauma, but you didn't really put it to rest. You didn't really say your proper goodbyes. Y'all didn't treat y'all trauma like a proper goodbye. Like, you need to say goodbye to fucking your trust issues, to your daddy issues. You gotta say goodbye and give that motherfucker a hug. To jealousy, to insecurity, to fucking you sitting over here, to feeling unworthy, to self-sabotage, to being discouraged, to depression. Y'all gotta go back and give this shit a proper goodbye, because a lot of y'all have lived majority of y'all life with that. But when it comes to this new union, and outside of just this new union, y'all, when it comes to this new version of yourself, y'all, I feel like I'm about to cry. Y'all deserve it. Y'all deserve what it feels like to feel like love. Y'all deserve what it feels like to feel free and to be able to speak freely and be our true, authentic selves, to be able to trust somebody, y'all. And it's fucked up because it's like your past version, everything y'all went through in y'all past, everything was meant to sit over here and keep you in your head. Everything you went through in your past was meant to destroy you. Everything you went through in your fucking past was meant to literally sit over here and keep you stuck. Y'all was put into families that made you seem like you were crazy because y'all knew that y'all were meant to be in bigger places. Some of y'all parents hated on y'all. Siblings jealous of y'all. Y'all had nothing but love. And it's just like all of this shit. You had your family against you, relationships against you, friendships against you, school people. Some of y'all teachers was jealous of y'all. Y'all were literally, if we could create a book of all of our traumas, y'all, we was literally set up to fucking fail. I don't give a fuck. And we not talking about money. Some of y'all could have came from wealthy ass families. Some of y'all could have came from nothing. But we were literally set up to fucking fail ourselves because our mind was not together. Why wasn't our mind together? Because we did not come from a foundation of people that sat over here and told us how to fucking heal our traumas. They only taught us how to half-ass deal with them. To think that we're not supposed to get rid of them, that it's just normal to live with this shit. No, it's not. That's what you're fucking killing. That's what you're putting to rest. Because this new union, y'all, this new fucking union, it's not only about a union, but it's about you. Because we're not meant to be in this world. I don't give a fuck what nobody says. I don't think we're put into this world to be by ourselves. We're not. I don't care how much shadow work you do. I don't care how much healing you do. I don't care. My biased opinion is that we're not placed into this world to do life by ourselves. I'm not sitting over here saying everybody's meant to be a fucking parent. No. But if you want to do that shit, then do that shit. But you need to have a partner that you deserve to do it with. Some of y'all had past fucking, some of y'all fucking shit that y'all need to let go is y'all making the mistake of choosing the wrong partner to have kids with. Because this new person, y'all, and hear me, this is why you gotta trust this, because this new person is gonna treat your kids like they kids. They not gonna hurt your kids. They not gonna hurt you. They have your best fucking intentions. This new person, and you wanna know why I know that they have your best intentions? It's because you have your best intentions. All this whole past time you've been operating out of not having the best intentions for you, because you've been being misguided by who? By Timones of the fucking world, by people that don't have the right information, whether if that's financial, whether if that's mental, whether if that's physical. You have not been guided on how to be healthy, how to heal you. Everybody heals the same. Y'all know how they sit over here and say with workout plans, if you do this workout plan, everything will work. But in reality, some people need to eat a lot of fucking protein in order to get lean. Some people just need to eat veggies. Some people only need to walk in order to lose weight. Some people need to run to lose weight. Some people just need to do fucking HIIT workouts. Everything works different for your own body, but that's why it's important for you to guide you. Not me. Not fucking Susie down the street. Not your weight trainer. You have to guide you. You have to listen to your body, y'all. When relationships don't feel fucking right, it's not right. Listen. That's why y'all bodies is in fucking, some of y'all got body dysmorphia and shit, but that's why y'all bodies is against y'all. That's why your intuition is against y'all. Is because y'all have been for so long not listening to yourself and not fucking believing that your own fucking core ass voice was right. So now you're right. So now I'm telling you, you're right. Your core voice was right. You were right all along. Those hating ass bitches, they were haters. That boyfriend, girlfriend, they were cheating. You knew it. But what can we do with that information? Because it's no longer serving you. This hurt, this hurt is no longer serving you. It's just keeping y'all sad, mad, depressed. And what the fuck can we do with that? Just become more low vibrational. It's like the cycle continues, and then we have kids, and then we don't teach them how to fix their shit. Nah, that's why this is going out to my stars, because y'all need to understand that it stops with us. Granted, we can't control how our kids decide, and if we even choose to have kids, like, we can't decide how our kids choose to live their life, but what we can teach them is how to fucking heal their trauma. How do we do that? By healing our own fucking trauma before we can bring other people up into this world. And even if we already have people up in this fucking world, then guess what? We go back and we fix and be better versions of our parents. We can't go back and sit over here and be like, well, I wish I had the information back then. Start today. It doesn't matter. You're receiving the information when you need to now. But know that you have to trust yourself and listen to yourself and listen to your body in order to be able to identify when this new fucking person comes up into your life. Is this my fucking person? Nobody else, no tarot reading, nobody else can tell you that. You can tell you that. From first, foremost, and everything. Sidebar, if you guys do tarot, if you do spirituality readings and shit like that, the only reason why in the moment you can't read yourself is because you're asking yourself questions that you don't need the answers to in this moment. A lot of y'all do readings or try to get confirmations or try to sit over here and go too far in y'all future. But your vision will fuck you up. It's not to sit over here and know, and in the sense of God, it's like you trying to play God. It's like you trying to sit over here and determine what your future is going to be. But God sit over here and be like, okay, yeah, I'm going to tell you you're going to have twins. I'm going to tell you you're going to have all this shit to misguide you on what your true purpose is. Because a lot of you guys need to sit over here and live within the present moment. Stop fucking worrying. That's a sidebar. A lot of y'all are fucking talented spiritual people. A lot of y'all are talented readers, talented of everything. But the point of the matter is that you have to realize that, baby, God needs you to deal with this right here. You over here worried, okay, what the fuck am I going to be doing 10 years from now? Who's going to be my person? Who's going to be my kids? Who's going to settle? What do I need to do in order to get there? Right now, God is like, big dog, I just need you to deal with this hurt. I need you to get rid of all this shit. You keep trying to take on all this fucking shit because you're used to chaos. You're used to operating out of chaos. And chaos is everybody putting their burdens on you. Chaos is everybody sitting over here putting everything on you. So you feel comfortable when shit is on. It's like when you're in the ringer and you backed in the corner. That's where y'all feel comfortable at. But God is like, I don't need you there no more. I don't need you to operate out of that. Why? Because as soon as you awaken and realize that the answer is you healing yourself and you trusting in yourself and you trusting in the people around you, watch your blessings flood in. Y'all was never meant to be in survival mode as long as y'all have been in. Y'all were not meant to sit over here and be oppressed for all the time that you lived there. It's not, y'all wasn't supposed to be there that long. Y'all keep yourself in depressions longer, and I can attest to this, longer than we supposed to. Let's keep going. Because that was the whole side rant, y'all. That's not even on my fucking downloads. But it's okay. Everything within divine timing. I wrote down rekindling with the old friend. I want you to understand something. Because now it's time. And you know what? I might save this. Because this video is probably already fucking long. How we feeling? How y'all feeling today? Is we on here? If y'all want me to continue with that, the downloaded messages, put a 555 up in the chat. Is we vibing? If we vibing, I'll continue on. But I feel like that's already a lot. We vibing? Y'all said, bitch, continue on. Please do. Okay. So let me come to a lighter note. Let me come to a lighter sense, okay? A lighter sense is that, well, now y'all put this person to rest. Now y'all put this old shit to rest. But some of y'all, it's funny. It's like half of y'all are going to come into union before y'all put this person to rest. Half of y'all, that's funny. I shuffled the deck and just put it down. We're going union, babes. Let's talk your union. Let's talk your person. Half of y'all, shit, majority of y'all are about to walk into y'all unions if they're not already here. And it might be before y'all even dead this old past, but a lot of y'all are close to deading. And it's not even deading, it's just burying all that shit again. And sending it off with love. That's a key too. Send out all your pains and your traumas off with love. Going back to your people. In Lion King, all of a sudden, Nala pops the fuck up out of nowhere. Pops up. That's what I said, rekindling with the old friend. For some of y'all, it would literally be somebody like that you never dated that pops up. That's your person. But for a mass majority of y'all, this person y'all was together in a past life. Because in Lion King, I was like, technically, Nala was Simba's old friend. Some of y'all could be, but so okay, it could literally be an old friend, but not like a previous like boyfriend or girlfriend. Oh, well, actually, God is like, I can't say that. Everybody's story is different. You'll know. God is like, you'll know if you know, because there's different examples. Some of y'all could be literally just a past friend that was just a platonic friend. Some of y'all could be an ex. Some of y'all, in mass majority, it's going to be a new person, but the soul of that person, you dated them in a past life. So when y'all vibe and when y'all talk to each other, y'all feel familiar. When y'all talk and y'all vibe with each other, y'all recognize that technically in this reality, I don't know you. What's your name, Tim? Nice to meet you, Tim. But when y'all start talking, it's, oh, you feel familiar. Y'all start fucking. Oh, this is different. I see my future with you from day one. Not even on no love bombing shit. Because, you know, the love bombing stuff, like, and all that rushing into shit, like, it's like, that's some scary shit. But I'm hearing this union might scare you because some of y'all could have went through love bombing. But it's like, but this is not love bombing. This is when you know, you know. And now I'm hearing the song by Giveon. He was like, it's only been 14 days. And he was like, and already adore the way you are with me. It's like after 14 days, it's like, this is my motherfucking person. Like, God, stop playing with me. And then he was like, day 31 or day 31, still having fun. Together every day, think that's enough. Sorry, girl, that came off wrong. Some of you guys are going to go from 14 days to a month straight. Y'all spending every day to each other. But some of you guys are going to be scared. But you're going to be able to identify, dog, after 30 days, like, shit, I'm ready to say I love you to this person. That's how strong y'all connection's about to be. In Lion King, they literally sat over here and it was like one sitting together. It's funny, I almost feel like the need to tell y'all, like, it's like from celibate to married. Like, shit, like, head ass. Like, it's like from being hurt and from dealing with a whole bunch of fucked up, like, just back to back to back fucked up shit to now you got your person. That's love. And then he went from 30 days to 6 months. He was like, you know, he was like, he said, I'm trying not to fall in. He said, again, I'm not listening to myself. This predicament I'm in is going too fast. It won't end well. Some of you guys are projecting that this shit isn't going to end well because it's going too fast. But then then he fast forwards and he's like, 6 months in, time really flies. It feels like yesterday when I met you in July. I can't even lie. It may be too early to say what's on my mind, but fuck it, I'm gonna say what's on my mind. And I know he said something else. He said, will you say it back to me? You said it back to me. Like, somebody's gonna confess they love. I just got goosebumps. And in that verse, he was literally saying, like, I'm gonna tell her that I love her. Gender's fluid here, but I'm gonna tell her I love her, and she ended up telling him that she loved him too after 6 months. But I feel like he knew that after 14 days. That's how powerful this union is gonna fucking be. And I know what's crazy is because I feel y'all energy. Y'all are scared. I feel it. I feel nervous too. The reason, and for some of y'all don't believe this shit. If y'all don't believe this shit, then scroll up. Let's get back into the messages. I wrote down, Nala Hunting. Why do I always have to save you? Rekindling with an old friend. Puma. Easily forgiving. You're the king? You were the king and you never told us? I feel like they need to sit over here and say, some of y'all, when I really got that, I really was channeling, like, some of y'all is really wealthy. It's like, I always use this example. It's like, y'all know how y'all got a hippie friend, or some of y'all could have a hippie friend, or you could be the hippie friend. It's like, you really do come from royalty and shit, but nobody ever, like, you're willing to sleep on people's couches and shit. Like, but when you go, nobody's been to your house, but when you go to your house, it's like, you got a butler, you got, like, technically a maid service, like, that's the energy that I was getting. It's like y'all walked away from that, and your friends, like your new friends, might not know, like, you really do come from a line of royalty, and they just like, you never told us that you were a king. We could have been back. Like, what did you do? Like, that's the energy I'm getting, type shit. So, or your partner, because now I'm getting your partner might be wealthy, but you don't know. That's not for everybody, but I'm hearing like, and there's levels to wealth is what I'm hearing. Some of y'all like really hit the jackpot, but some of y'all like wealth is quiet, I'm hearing. Okay. I wrote down, you think you know a guy. Like, some of y'all friends is gonna be really upset with y'all. Like, they not gonna be that, like, if this is y'all and y'all are wealthy, like, some of y'all friends is gonna be like, you think you know somebody. Like, you don't know them. I also wrote down, I've missed you. And when I wrote that down, that's when Nale was talking to Simba. I feel like if this is an old person, like an old flang, they could say this to you. But I feel like if this is a brand new person, hi, my name is Tim. When y'all are together, when y'all hug, I'm hearing when y'all touch, your souls are gonna recognize each other, y'all. And this is only if y'all on y'all spiritual shit, because this is we spiritual baddies up in here. But I'm hearing when y'all touch, it's like, I miss you. It's like an internal, like, that's why y'all feel so safe with each other. That's why y'all feel so authentic to each other. But the key is y'all, with this union, you have to be your true authentic self, because they are supposed to learn from you and you are supposed to learn from them. If you're not your true authentic self, they will not like you. They will not be able to identify you. They will not be able to sit over here and like, they won't be able to, y'all won't be able to rekindle it. It will literally be lost. And then now I'm getting this analogy in my head that me and my friend was talking about. And he was like, I think that we could he was like, I think souls can swap bodies. And I was like, well, what do you mean? He was like, well, he was like, when I've dated people, he was like, I've always had like good people. I've always came into good people, good souls, but I wasn't ready. He was like, I feel like souls can swap. Like, I feel like, he was like, and I don't want to misquote him, but how I got it in my head is like, he felt like maybe a soul can jump from bodies, so you don't technically you never truly miss your soulmate. And the way we broke it down is like, and this is intuitively us downloading, souls are like in collectives. Maybe it's a part of a collective, like a part of a community. And the way that we broke it down in examples was like, maybe there's a soul that's solely based off of, we didn't even, like, it's like, I'm going to use colors, for example. There's the red family, there's the green family, there's the yellow family, there's the white family. They're all souls, right? But it's like, you really, and maybe there's the purple family. You really resonate with the purple family, okay? So you attract people from the purple family, but the point of the matter is that maybe you're too young when you meet the first purple member that you fall in love with, so you give that back. Maybe you fall in love with a member of the red family, but you recognize that the red family is like a karmic for you. It's not perfect for you, but it's like the red family is like, it's just there to teach you. You're supposed to get that person back. They was jealous. They was doing too much, okay? Your true soul is within the purple. So you go back and you like, okay, but I'm still evolving. You get another purple person. It didn't work out. That third, let's say the third time's the charm. I know I already said 4, but fuck it. Maybe 4 times the charm. And now I'm hearing the reason why is because those situationships don't count. If you guys were in situationships, I'm hearing y'all was doing that shit out of desperation. Stop that shit. Those wasn't, like, you really didn't have feelings for them. We talking about the people that you truly cared about. Okay? By the third person, fourth person, you connect with them exactly when you're supposed to connect with them. Everything always happens when it's supposed to. But it's like you attract people from a certain type of soul. Anyway, we went way too deep. We were just literally intuitively downloading together. It was the funniest shit. Point of the matter is if you get me, you get me. If you don't, you don't. The reason I'm sitting over here saying this is because you never truly miss your soulmate, because you could always have multiple soulmates. Okay? Okay. Now, we talked about I missed you. I was literally getting into a download. When you touch them, literally, it's like y'all will remember each other. It's like y'all, like, we're here. We're here with it, okay? Even though it's funny, it's like you can't say that you missed them because you just met them, but your soul will say they missed you, okay? I wrote down our trio is down to 2. They'll fall in love. So twilight could be significant. Midnight could be significant. But I felt I need to sit over here and say that some of your friends will be sad when you get into this union, because they're thinking they, like the whole group, or like the whole group would be like, now they in love, or this could be your partner, okay? But I feel I need to sit over here and say, like, don't worry about it. Because in the end, Timon and Puma ended up coming with them on the journey. So it's like, if your friends are really in support of you, they will be there on your journey, okay? Okay, let's keep going. I wrote down disasters in the air. Be careful that some of your friends will try to project like bullshit on your relationship. I just feel the need to sit over here and say, don't speak bullshit about my relationship. It's like maybe you might be defending your relationship, but you might not even have to be honest. I wrote down, it's like you're back from the dead. And that's what gave me the download, like, where, because when Nala seen Simba, y'all, and Catch Me, she was like, it's like you're back from the dead. And I got that's in the moment where I realized that if this is not somebody that you previously knew, like it's an old friend and shit like that, it's literally like when y'all come into this fucking union, y'all. I felt the need to show y'all. When y'all come into this union, it's like old fucking soulmates. It's old soulmates. It's an old soulmate. It's like you're back from the fucking dead. It's like you're finally, it's like Big Dog. I'm saying like the shit, like y'all ever seen like the fucking cartoon, like the Spider-Man where it's recognizing, it's like that's what I'm fucking getting, y'all. Like y'all don't even understand. It's like it is you. And I think that's what's going to, like, that's why it's so important for y'all to dead that old shit, because this person might look like your old person, sound like your old person, dress like your old person, shit. Even like some of y'all fell in love with like a false twin flame, like, and they just told you what you want to hear, but when they tell you how they feel about you, like, that shit's not going to be fake, but it's going to feel like it's almost like you're reliving your past. But that was your false shit. This is the real shit. That's why I always say God is fucking funny. God will allow the devil or allow bad spirits to come in to trick your ass into thinking that these people was your people. But the point of the matter is that when it's time for you to come into union and start having babies and getting married and actually like getting what you deserve, I'm hearing once you find your worth, it's all over with. I'm hearing the lighter flick by Lil Wayne. It's like that's when shit. Because every time you do the lighter flick, or when Lil Wayne did the lighter flick, so some of y'all could be Libras, or y'all could be dealing with like a Libra sign, or you could have it in your chart. But I'm just getting like, now it's time to start. We know every song with the lighter flick is going to be fire. This relationship is about to be fire. Maybe you got a lot of fire in your chart. Leos. Heavy emphasis on fucking Leos. Fire signs. Aries. Sag. Take it. Heavy emphasis on Libras though. I don't know why I keep wanting to say Libra though. But Libra rules Venus. And Venus is love. So there's that. Okay, let's keep going. So reuniting with the love of your life, and old soulmate, old twin flame. Then we dive into the can you feel the love tonight? And during that whole part, y'all, it was them sitting over here just coming back, being familiar with each other. So I feel the need to sit over here and say, when you are going into this union, y'all are just about to be sitting over here. I feel the need to go with the flow. Be your true, authentic self. If you come into an encounterment where that person is like, listen, I just want to be in the house, I just want to chill, you can do that for like a day. But if you know that you like to go out, or maybe you might be the one that likes to be in the house, but your partner wants to go out, I feel the need to sit over here and say, you have to compromise. This is your person. And I'm also getting, it's not going to be that hard to get them to compromise. You could literally go from, we could do like a chill. And that's why you guys can't think about your past. Because I'm getting, some of y'all was like doing like Netflix and chill dates. Y'all know how it led to a situation. But I'm getting like with this person, technically you can Netflix and chill and y'all don't even got a fuck type shit, but they really feel you. Y'all could go on vacation. Y'all could go out to dinner. Like, I'm just getting like, y'all past shit is not, it's not your past. It's not your, like, I literally want to keep telling y'all, it's not y'all. This is not a trick. I'm hearing, you cannot trick me. Like, no, this is not a trick. This is your person. It's your fucking person. And I just feel like I have to keep telling y'all this. And it's like, but I don't believe you. I don't believe you. Like, but you gotta believe me. You gotta. I'm hearing, you gotta go home. You gotta go home. Because that's your true balance. See, some of you guys don't sit over here and recognize that and hear me, y'all. Y'all don't understand that y'all are meant to be fucking hippie. Like, this is the balance. This is the skill. Like, a lot of y'all went through so much fucked up shit that y'all don't think that, well, y'all went through all this fucked up shit. Now it's time to be rewarded. Y'all ain't sticking around for the reward. That's the part. That's the part, okay? Anyway, let's keep going. I wrote down, there's so many things to tell her, because this part is significant, y'all. Some of y'all are gonna be, so y'all are gonna think that it's so perfect and all that, all the love, all the butterflies and shit like that. I don't even think it's gonna be butterflies, but I just feel like it's gonna be love, right? Some of y'all are gonna be so stuck in y'all head, like, oh, I don't want to fuck this up. I don't want to over text them. I don't want it over. It's like you don't want to overplay your part, because you like, I'm not fucking this one up. This is not gonna be on me. But some of y'all are gonna be scared that y'all are gonna fuck it up. That's why I say the key is to be your true, authentic self. Because if you're your true self, whether if that's you, hey yo, I need to talk to you, or whether if that's you sitting over here saying like, yo, I need my distance. Your person is your person, so they are going to be able to respect you if you need to talk all the time, or if you need space. It's like you're learning the balance. But I feel the need to sit over here and say that this is where you guys are going to start. This is, and I feel the need to sit over here and say your partner, and y'all come back, because I always upload all my lives, okay? Come back when you find your person and listen to this live, okay? Your person, and it's going to be entitled Lion King, some shit like that. But when you come into union with this person, I was gonna say something else, but oh well, it'll come back to me if it needs to come back. Anyway, let's keep going. So many things to tell her, but how to make her see the truth about my past, but I don't know how she will, how to make. Look at the people trying to mess me up. They trying to take my thoughts. They're trying to take everything. Okay, it's back. So I wrote down, there's so many things to tell her, but how to make her see the truth about my past. I feel like, to be honest, your partner, and that's what I was, thank you, God. Your partner is going to mirror you. In a sense. And the reason why is because I was a weird ass Sam. But the reason why I sit over here and say that, ooh, God said don't say mirror. Because you guys are going to complement each other, but there's going to be things that are different. You guys will not, and that's why I know it's a soulmate. Because twin flames mirror each other. Soulmates, you complement each other. You don't give up on each other. But anyway, and you know what's so crazy? Somebody doesn't want me to give you this message, because I keep losing my train of thought, and God keeps giving me the thought back, y'all. Somebody don't want you to have. Do y'all ever, let me ask y'all a question. Let me ask you a question real quick. Do y'all have exes that y'all feel like, and we're not scared of no spell work. We're not scared of nobody putting shit on us. That's not our community. We're not scared of shit. But do y'all have an ex, or do they have an ex, if y'all have already met this person, Oh, wait. I'm hearing it's your ex, because some of y'all have not met this person. Some of y'all might have an ex that's really trying to fuck up y'all new shit. Don't do it. And if they're not physically here, they could have been born in 1994, 93, 92, 72. Those are the numbers I'm getting in my head. But I'm hearing that some of you guys, like, they're trying to sabotage your shit. But you know what's crazy is that some of these people, and you know what's crazy, because I'm getting an intuitive download, like, you guys have yet to walk into this union, but they feel you shifting, and the more you shift, the more you're aligning with your person. So everybody, it's funny, everybody else knows that this is your person before you, or they know you're walking into this before you get it, and that's why it's important for you to stay on your path, because your ex is trying to intervene, and I'm getting I'm feeling like it's spiritual, like they're trying to spiritually keep you mentally trapped. But that's not to be afraid of that. The more you keep focusing on you, that's how you unbreak it. It's that simple. There is no you have to go do this, you have to go do that. I mean, you could sage your place. You could do spiritual waters, y'all. Like, I love my little spiritual. I would spray the fuck out of some shit real quick. Stop playing with me. But you could even take your spiritual baths. But we're not afraid of that, because we know, and God is making me tell y'all, your true person is your person. It's like I'm getting you, like, you could talk about your person because nobody else can, they can't intervene with it. It's almost like this union, and this is how I know. Y'all know how in y'all past y'all was scared to, like, talk about people. Maybe you was scared to jinx it, or maybe you would talk about it and then all of a sudden they would act funny towards you, or like you would have trips and it would get canceled, or just weird shit would start happening, chaos. This union can't be touched by nobody. It's like a cosmo. It's like it's the balance, y'all. It's the balance. And that's why you have to dead your past. That's why you have to dead, like, literally the ending. Like, it's like you have to dead all the old stuff, because all the old stuff have bad beliefs and bad mindsets. But the new, like, your new path, nobody can touch it. I'm hearing not even you could fuck this up. Y'all never been, it's like in y'all past y'all have been given to these people, but in the past y'all didn't know what to do with these people in y'all past lives. But with this new life, it's like, go listen to the song Nina Simone, it's a new day, it's a new life. You know how I feel. It's that. It's like freedom is mine. But the point of the matter is that it's like this person, it's like nobody, y'all can't be touched. So you're going to be able to talk about this person. Ain't that comfort? You could talk about this person. I love this person. We going here, we here. Nobody can touch it. But they're trying to sabotage you before you get there. Before y'all truly, and I'm hearing once y'all lock in, I'm hearing once we locked in, ain't no switching up. Like, there will be no switch. Like, that is your shit. Y'all are here. The only ones that can fuck it up is y'all. But I'm hearing that y'all are not gonna do it because y'all done already went through the hurt. You already know what the bad is. The only thing is, get out of your head. That's your secret. Get out of y'all head. Y'all, get out of y'all fucking head. Girl and guys, all y'all, get out y'all head. Get out of y'all head. Because nobody, I don't care, nobody can, y'all are here. And it's funny because y'all are so perfect for each other that each lifetime, I'm hearing, because I'm getting, it could have been like a few different lifetimes y'all did with this person. Each lifetime y'all learned something different about the person. And it's like, this time you're going to get it right. Like, this time, you know what's crazy is I'm hearing Erykah Badu. Like, I'm hearing, I guess I'll see you next lifetime. That's how it was in past lifetimes. She said, no hard feelings. I guess I'll see you next lifetime. be a while. Oh, man. She said, boy, don't get me. Okay, I'm getting distracted because that's my shit. Because every time I see you, you make me know just how strong that my love is for my baby. Because emotions just don't lie. See, I know I'm a lot of woman, but not enough to divide the pie. You're not going to have to share your person. That's why I had to finish the song. And I'm hearing your person don't play about you either. A lot of y'all, and I think that's why insecurities and jealousy has to go out the window. Y'all already learned that lesson in the last lifetime. Y'all already cheated on each other. Y'all learned that lesson the last lifetime. Y'all already lied to each other. That lesson is already out the window. It's like y'all have already did all the work, all the sadness, all the depression y'all did. That this union, this lifetime is about fucking bliss, peaceful, and happiness. And you know what's crazy? When I was driving today, y'all, I kept seeing like y'all know those stickers that be on them, like them cars, and they have like the whole family. They might have like 2, 3 kids, 4 kids, a little dog and stuff like that. I seen 2 cars with those little shits on it, and I didn't even know. I was just like, okay, that's cute. Look at us, unions. That's how y'all about to be. Confirmation. Nobody can break y'all up. I'm hearing y'all kids ain't gonna play about y'all either. And it's different because, you know, like when y'all have kids, like, or maybe you was a kid and your parents split up, like you didn't have no say so. But I'm hearing like, daddy, you going where? Like the daughter is gonna be controlling over the daddy and the mama. Like, and oh, so she might be controlling over the mama and the daddy. Y'all might have a daughter with this person and they sit over here and they like, yo, I'm not playing. Like, daddy, I'll slap you, daddy. You not stepping out on mom type shit. It's like your kids is gonna defend y'all. Like, they gonna defend y'all. There is no breaking up. I'm hearing this within the family. But oh shit. I forgot to touch on this, y'all. This is why some of y'all couldn't bear kids. This is why some of y'all couldn't bear kids with other people. You could have had miscarriages. You could have, I'm hearing like pregnancy scares. We got that earlier. I'm hearing like it just wasn't meant to be. The reason why is because all your kids, and even if y'all have kids, that's okay. That's a part of I'm hearing a karmic debt you had to pay up. That's just what you had to do. But with this person, I'm hearing we bringing them, like, it's like we bringing them in. We bring up we bringing the kids together. But I'm also getting the new kids, heavy emphasis on new kids. It's going to be a family. That's not for everybody. But new kids, because not everybody, and now God is like, not everybody is going to come into unions that have kids already. Some of y'all could literally, like, both of y'all don't have kids, okay? But point of the matter is, we locked in. Now let's keep going. So many things that I want to tell her, but how to make her see the truth about my past. Now I want y'all to take this as it resonates, and I want y'all to like know that I'm speaking from Simba's, like what Simba says, but I want you to know genders are fluid. Some of you guys might be scared. Your partner might be scared to reveal their past to you. You might be scared to reveal your past to them. But I'm getting, if you're in touch with your and now I'm hearing don't say that. Well, what can I say? I'm hearing if you are in touch, like, okay, then give me a different saying, because I want to tell y'all, but they won't let me tell you. I'm hearing that both of y'all might sit over here and be like holding back from your past. I feel like you need to sit over here and say, the more you're true to yourself and the more that you speak out and the more that I'm hearing force yourself, because some of y'all are going to have to force yourself to like be vulnerable with these people. You're going to unlock them and they're going to be vulnerable with you just back. Like, it's like, yeah. It's like you cry in front of them and it's like they might cry in front of you. Maybe not that same day, but like you opened up. It's like y'all are unlocking. I'm hearing the more it's funny. The more emotional you are, the more you unlock it. I'm hearing it's like the more you're in tune with your emotions with each other, the more that y'all trust each other, the more that you're locking in. That's significant. And then I wrote down, impossible, she turned away from me. So I feel like some of you guys think that your secrets are so fucking big that these people won't accept you. Some of you guys think that your secrets is so big that like these people literally like they not gonna get you. And you know what's crazy is because I was having a conversation with my friend and I was like, you know, certain people be like, certain people are for you and certain people sit over here and like certain people like you could have conversations with, like when y'all talk to people, like think about when y'all was in school type shit. Certain teachers, like you could hear them, you could learn from them, you could understand them because you just like it, just you related to them, like you understand it, you know. But there was also certain teachers where you're like, yo, this teacher is so fucking bad, like I do not understand what they talking about, they mumble, they're boring, like that type of energy. I want y'all to take that same analogy and put it into relationships. Certain relationships weren't meant to unlock you. And the reason why, like, it was meant to be boring, it was meant to be stagnant, it was meant to be toxic, because they weren't supposed to like they were supposed to trigger you to awaken to know your worth, but this is the one that's supposed to improve you. Like this is where I'm hearing like this is the final exam type shit. But I'm getting that the final exam is just like all you have to do to pass this final exam is be yourself and allow them to be their self and accept them, because you're going to learn by accepting them. That's the person you need. I'm hearing in each year that you spend with this person, each month, each day, you're going to recognize why you needed this person. And then we're going to Nala now. Nala was sitting over here feeling like she said he's holding back and he's hiding, but what I can't decide why. So some of you guys, if it's not you holding back and it's them holding back, some of you guys are going to be trying to figure out what it is that they're hiding. Like some of you guys, and I think that that's the biggest thing, is that y'all are going to be so in tune with each other. You're going to be able to discern like if somebody's wrong, like if something's wrong, if their voice is off. Like I'm just hearing you're going to be able to like discern. Like y'all going to be so locked in. I also wrote down, won't he be the king? I know he is. The king I see inside. Some of you guys are going to be able to identify this person. Where's my lip gloss? Some of you guys are going to be able to identify the best within this person. And you know what's crazy? I almost want to sit over here and say, like, they're going to be able to identify the best within you too. And it's like it's like their criticisms and their things are going to be like, if they say things for you, it's going, or like if they're saying things towards you that's like might like kind of make you ruffle your feathers a little bit, because it's not trigger, it's like ruffle your feathers. It's because they want to see you be the best king, the best queen type shit. So by you hiding, it's not going to reveal that. By you hiding, it's not going to like allow that. It's like it's not going to allow it to come in. And what's funny is that, y'all, I want you to hear me, these people see the best within you, even the flaws within you. But the point of the matter is that a lot of you guys keep looking at your flaws and thinking that you're unworthy. And that's why I said that unworthy shit. I wrote down, Simba doesn't believe in himself. So I mean, that could be you or that could be them. Okay, let's keep going. During the scene of when they was together though, like he literally jumped into water and then he literally pulled her in. I wrote down the freedom he feels being unafraid and being wild. But when Nala got into the water, when she was pulled in, she was terrified of the water. And it was almost like a shocking. And then I wrote down, from friends to love. Some of you guys are going to be really great friends with these people, and then it turns into love. But I feel the need to sit over here and tell y'all that some of y'all, the instant connection is going to start like that. Yuba's heartbreak could be significant. I wrote down that 2023. So this union could be coming in before the end of the year, depending on if you put the work in. I also feel the need to sit over here and tell y'all that there's another part that I'm missing here. Oh, that's significant. Some of you guys are going to be thinking that you are that you're missing something. Like you're thinking like what's wrong with them? Like, is there something wrong with them? But they're perfect for you. They were made for you. So there's nothing wrong with them. Yeah. I'm hearing that some of these people, it took so long for you guys to be united. And the reason why is because they had to go. If you think about it, Simba only could become the true Simba that he was by going on his adventure. Some of you guys, this is you. Y'all had to go through your own separate ways of life. And I know I hear a lot of y'all is like, but why the fuck did I have to wait this long? Like, why did I have to go through all this heartbreak? It was because you had to learn the lesson. And if you didn't learn the lesson by the first person you were supposed to learn the lesson by, then it was the second person. If not the second person, then the third person. You want to keep going? Fourth, fifth, sixth. But the point of the matter is not, you won't move on until you learn the lesson. But now that you learned the lesson that I'm worthy of great treatment, I'm worthy of love, I'm worthy of receiving peace, I'm worthy of this shit, well then here you go, level unlocked. And I know a lot of y'all are gonna be like, it's that easy, it's that fucking easy. I wrote down, everyone around them inspired equals hopeful. Some of you guys, it's so funny, this union is gonna inspire others around you to believe in love, because y'all are so focused in on each other that y'all don't even care about nobody else. I wrote down his carefree days with us are history in short. So that was more so like channeling the friends and stuff of that. The friends really thought that Simba was like really about to just be gone. And in a sense, I feel the need to sit over here and say, because then it reminds me of what my friend was telling me. It's like sometimes like you reach, like he was like, you know, you have to know when to let people go. That could be significant, y'all. A lot of y'all need to understand that sometimes in life we're supposed to come through, have experiences with people, enjoy moments, have friendships and shit like that. But when it's time to go, it's time to go. But the people that comes with you, the people that's for you, the people that got your back, they always gonna show up. If they not, then they will fall away. But certain people, it's like I'm here. There's like a big ass boom. So some of y'all really need to hear this. Some of y'all need to understand that when you're placed into some people, you're placed into their life just to unlock them. Especially the more that you awaken, the more you realize this. Some of y'all literally only need to have one conversation with somebody, and then it's on them to move on. That is that simple, y'all. It's that fucking simple. But the point of the matter is that some of y'all keep making these temporary ass people permanent, and it's like, big dog, you're not supposed to do that. Okay? Anyway, let's keep going. I wrote down, you've been all this time, or so you've been here all this time, why didn't you come back? Simba was like, well, I had to figure out myself, basically. I had to get it on my own and live my life, and I did that. But Nala was like, okay, but we need you at home type shit. And she was just like, everything is destroyed. And Simba like combated, like, well, what about you? Like, you left. And she was just like, I left to find help, and I found you. And that part, y'all, was so significant to me. And the reason why it was significant is because Nala, this is how I know when destiny is supposed to, like, destiny always comes to you when you need it. Your person always comes to you when you need it. Your person is supposed to help you. How? Some of y'all might be going through the worst time of y'all fucking life. Y'all might be going through the biggest tower fucking moment of life. Y'all realize your mama ain't shit, your daddy ain't shit. Y'all done realize. You don't real, like, a lot of y'all is going through real awakenings though, but a lot of y'all are doing forgiveness work though. But heavy emphasis on forgiveness. But I feel the need to sit over here and say that your partner is like, once you forgive all that you needed to forgive, your partner shows up, or shows up like moments and spares, and it's like, okay, next level now. Now it's time to do marriage. Now it's time to do union. Now it's time, it's like the next level. A lot of y'all been stuck on level 1 for fucking forever. I have a video that's called Next Level on my YouTube. If you guys are relating, like Like, if you feel called, like, and you here in this room with us, you in this space, our minds is connected. I feel the need to sit over here and tell you, go watch that video after this, because you're ready. There's also another reading. If you guys are feeling discouraged, I feel the need to sit over here and tell you, go watch my reading that's called Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. Okay? That's to inspire hope within you guys. I'm hearing that's what's going to bring back balance in your life. That's only if you guys feel called to it. If you don't feel called to it, don't fucking go watch that shit. Period. Alright, let's keep going. I left you to find help and I found you. Or I left to find help and I found you. Some of y'all, your person is going to literally be your savior. I wrote down, you're not who I remembered. And in this part, just keep going. You're right. It says, you're right. Now are you satisfied? And Nala was like, no, I'm just disappointed. To be honest, this is where, when I say to be your true authentic self, shows up. The reason why is because a challenge. We're never perfect, y'all. We're never fucking perfect. But I wrote down, Nala isn't afraid to speak up. Nala isn't afraid to ask for help. Nala is like not afraid to speak against what's wrong. She called Simba out on his shit. We need you. I asked God for fucking help. He sent me you. Or I found you. Now it's time for us to fix it. But the point of the matter is that now I'm getting two different messages. Some of you guys are running into a challenge with, you don't want to leave your old self in order to come into this new shit, because it's like God is calling y'all to step into this circle. It's like to step into y'all position. It's like it's time to take the throne. It's like, for example, like back in the day when they sit over here, I'm saying back in the day, like fucking centuries, and like we living in 750 fucking BCE type shit. But like, no, back in the day, like they sit over here and they would like, listen, yo daddy just died. You 15 years old. You got to sit over here and take the throne as the king. You the new king. A lot of y'all don't want to take the challenge though. And I know that we're not in Roman times like that, but it's like a lot of y'all don't understand that, listen, this new power role, like you stepping into this union is supposed to birth the kids of this generation. And that brings me back to my original point of what I forgot earlier. Thank you, Dad. A lot of y'all are supposed to have kids with these people because y'all kids is supposed to be powerful. It's like y'all are looking for love, and some of y'all found love within y'all kids. For the people that have kids. But I'm also getting the energy like spiritual power, spiritual. It's like y'all can't have no kids by no weak ass motherfuckers. No stupid ass people that's stuck in the fucking matrix. Blue pill head asses. Like, you're not supposed to be in unions with people that bore you. And that's why I always sit over here and say, like, no, babe. Everybody always told me all my life, if you watch interviews, there's states where when you get married, like, you get bored, you get complacent, I don't believe that shit. I don't. I believe your person is your person. I feel like if you go and get with somebody that's boring, you're settling. If you go and get with somebody and it's like, and hear me, being at peace is not fucking boring. You being comfortable within balance and having balance in your life, that's not boring. But being boring is you dealing with a mediocre ass person. You over here not excelling. You're not pushing each other to be great. And you guys are going away from each other. You guys aren't talking to each other. You guys are just okay because of finances. That is comfortability. And what did I tell y'all earlier? Being comfortable is the wrong way. Point of the matter is that, sidebar, y'all. Sidebar. I feel the need to sit over here and tell y'all that just because your mama and your daddy didn't find love, I'm hearing finding love in hopeless places, doesn't mean that that was your storyline. A lot of y'all get y'all advice from y'all parents, I'm hearing from your peers, from people that it's like, but y'all ain't never got no advice from no motherfuckers that really been in love, though. Y'all ain't never had no advice from people that really choose to, like, baby, we locked in. Like, I really fucking love you. Like, I'd die about you. I'm hearing Moneybag, y'all, bitch, do the dash about me. Some of y'all could be Virgos or dealing with a Virgo. But I'm just hearing, like, do the dash about me. But the point of the matter is that, like, y'all, on a serious note, y'all, this new union, you can't compare it to your past shit, and you can't compare it to your parents' shit. They can't compare it to their parents' shit either, because they never had the best. I'm hearing they never had the best outlook on love too. That's what makes y'all so fucking unique. That's what's gonna make this union unique, is because both of y'all had, and I'm getting ringing in my ear, both of y'all had the worst examples. And what's crazy is, y'all, because a lot of us think of, like, I was gonna say, like, the worst upbringings. A lot of y'all think of, like, the worst upbringings being, like, not having money and struggling. And don't get me wrong, like, lacking. But I'm hearing sometimes when you don't have nothing, you have everything. But I'm even getting, like, maybe some of y'all literally came up with everything. In reality, though, it, like y'all was good, but y'all parents just wasn't there type shit. It could be that too. But in y'all minds, in y'all realities, like, that still meant, like, you didn't have nothing. But I'm getting everything that was against y'all to, like, literally fail y'all just as an individual. We're only speaking on individual. Everything that was put into your life, every obstacle, it's like, I'm just getting, like, you said, it's like y'all created an obstacle for your life, y'all. You created an obstacle. Like, God created this fucking obstacle, and you took part in it. And it's like, listen, I'm gonna put alligators up in this bitch. I'm gonna put stingrays up in the water. I'm gonna sit over here and say, you gotta cross these monkey bars, but if you fall, then you gonna sit over here and fall in thorns. Like, it's like y'all created this obstacle. Everything that was meant to destroy y'all made it through the obstacle. Your partner went through that same shit, just different story, different parents, same timeline. Now you're on the same timeline. Now you're on the same frequency, and y'all are meant to flourish. And that's what the inspiration comes from. Everything that was against you, it's like, I'm hearing that some of you guys, like, you always believed in love. It's giving me, like, Cinderella, like, Notebook vibes. It's like some of y'all really believed in love, but the point of the matter is that the people around you didn't, because they never had it. They never seen it. But that's where you come in. Some of you guys don't understand that you're supposed to be an inspiration to many people. And that's why I always tell y'all to be your true, authentic selves. Because a lot of y'all are meant to be fucking influencers. You're not supposed to follow nobody. But here y'all are still giving y'all power away to these half-ass individuals that don't know how to lead you, y'all. Back in the loop. I'm hearing the more that you follow people, the more you put yourself back in the loop, okay? Let's keep going, y'all, because this video gonna be long as shit. But oh well, we here. If we vibing tonight, put a 333 up in the chat, okay? 333s, okay? And I'm sorry I'm not in the chat. It's because, y'all, I literally got so many fucking downloads on this page. I gotta keep going, okay? Gotta keep going. But I love y'all. Okay, let's keep going. I wrote down a challenge. You think you can show up and tell me how to live my life, and you don't even know what I've been through? Literally, Simba said this to Nala. So some of you guys, to be honest, I'm gonna keep it a beam with you. I told y'all got y'all person and y'all gonna be locked in, right? But I ain't say that shit was always gonna be like all kiki and shit and all the, like, if this person doesn't recognize, because I'm getting that y'all are really spiritually awakened, and I'm getting like you might have spiritually awakened them, but it's like they're not as far as advanced as you. And God is like, don't say that. Y'all are both advanced, but y'all are advanced in different ways. It's like, for example, to my spiritual babies, you know how, like, some of y'all be clairvoyant, some of y'all are empaths and shit like that. They might, like, their spiritual abilities might be telekinesis. They can move shit. Bless you. Confirmation. But like, their spiritual abilities could be different. And it's like, technically they're advancing their own spiritual way, but you're advancing this way, and it's like for y'all to come together, if that makes any sense at all. Okay? But I feel that one of you guys, if this is not you, then this is them. But if this is you, if you're the person that's fighting the challenge, if you're the person that's fighting this union, then then you're in the Da Vinci Code. This is the Da Vinci Code. I'm gonna give you the code on how to get the shit out. You got to get through it. If you're watching this, if you're watching me right now, and you the person, and you like, you come into union with this person, and you literally sit over here and you feel like this person is trying to change you. Because Simba was like, you think you could just show up and tell me how I can live my life, and you don't even know what I've been through? Like, I'm just hearing like altercation. I'm hearing give them space. It's like, give them space, but don't back down, because you ain't no weak ass bitch. But be tasteful, not toxic. Be tasteful, not toxic. Be assertive. Okay? Say it with me. Be tasteful, not toxic. Be assertive. Levels. This is the Da Vinci Code. The Da Vinci Code. That movie might be significant. I ain't seen that movie in years, but this is the Da Vinci Code, okay, y'all? This is how you don't fuck it up. Now, if this is your partner, hold on, wait. They're like, answer if this is you. If this is you, if you cannot let this person in, Nala was like, I would if you would just tell me. Some of y'all, literally, the answer is just open up. Tell them what's going on. Some of you guys feel, and I'm getting the energy, like some of y'all feel like they're trying to change you, but it's not that they're trying to change you. They're not trying to change up your life. It's just they're trying to, God sent them in your life to awaken your ass to be like, big dog, we got to get on this train. We got to get on this train. We got to get on this Zoom call type shit. We got to go. Like, baby, we are being called in another direction. I got my invite. Technically I got both of our, and some of y'all, and this might be y'all, some of y'all got both. It's like, baby, it's like, I'm getting like airport vibes. Some of y'all could be traveling with y'all people, but it's like, you got the tickets or they got the tickets, and like one of y'all like might not want to get on the fucking airplane, like y'all scared of flights and shit like that. And it's like, listen, baby, we got these motherfucking tickets. We got this far. Because I'm hearing this is going to happen when y'all are already. It's like this, or actually, God is saying, say it two ways. To my people that like trust in this process, and you hear my advice, y'all might be able to avoid this step altogether. But to some of y'all, this argument will happen. I can give y'all this, and this is how you fix it. Okay. Some of y'all might have both of the passes where it's like, baby, we're on this road called life together, and baby, either you can get it together or you can skedaddle. But you give them space. If this is you and you're running, they got the passes in their hand. And they're like, listen, babe, I'm here with you. I support you with all your endeavors. But like, and now I'm hearing, shit, you can't even run away even if you wanted to run away. So bitch, get your ass on the train. Get on the train. Get on the train. Anyway, let's keep going, y'all. Keep going. If this is your partner, because God is like, touch on this. If this is your partner and it's like, listen, you think you could show up and show me how to live my life and da-da-da-da. Like, if that's your partner coming at you, don't back down. Sit over here and say, like, you know, I would, like, be there and tell them, like, yo, listen, I'm only doing this for us type shit. But then give them space. Don't let that conversation, like, y'all might go into a separation. I'm gonna keep it a being with y'all, because in that moment, Simba, she was just like, they just walked away from each other. Simba was alone, and then that's when unlocked. Like, that was a whole nother level unlocked. Then it was, you can't change the past. You said you'll always be there for me, but you're not. That's when the demons start to come back. So whether if that's you that's running or if it's your partner that's running, the the shit is gonna pop up. The demons is gonna pop up. The demons popped up on Simba. He was mad. What he ran away from was his dad dying. What he ran away from was like his mentor, his love, his guidance. Like his Ace Boon Coon was the person, like, you was supposed to guide me. You not here. And then all of a sudden the spiritual advisor popped back up again. God reconvened. This is why you leave the person. If the person chooses to sit over here and walk away from you, I'm telling y'all right now, this is your person. So if y'all are going, if this is your true person, y'all coming back together no matter what. You might show up a little bit later, and let me tell you why. The spiritual advisor came up, and it was like, the question is, who are you? The question is, who are you? Is because, oh, sorry, God is like, clarify. The monkey in Simba, or the monkey in the Lion King, is who I identify as the spiritual advisor. Anyway, when he showed up, Simba was like, who are you? And honestly, the monkey was like, the question is, who are you? Like, God always gives you who you need to, and I'm hearing God always gives you who you need to hear from in order to awaken you. Because sometimes I'm hearing, you know how I told y'all earlier, certain people unlocks you? Sometimes your loved one wants to be stubborn as fuck, or you want to be stubborn as fuck. So sometimes you need to hear it from an outside voice, or like an outside opinion. It might not even be your family members. It could literally just be like a therapist. It could be another spiritual advisor. You need to hear it from somebody else, or they need to hear it from somebody else in order to get it through their head. Like, big dog, you have a responsibility to get back on this circle of fucking life, to get to the train. So listen, Nala gave me the motherfucking ticket, so guess what? Now I gotta give you the ticket. Now it's like I'm giving you a confirmation. I feel like that's, sidebar, y'all, that's why some of y'all are sitting over here really feeling bad in this moment. And what I mean by that is that, like, some of y'all are feeling bad because God is literally giving y'all one-way ticket. One-way ticket. Y'all heard me right. A one-way ticket to fucking go, to change the trajectory of your life. But y'all won't. Y'all keep fighting who y'all are. Y'all are getting a one-way ticket to become the person that you're supposed to be. Y'all won't get on that fucking train. I'm hearing train at 10 a.m., train at 11 a.m., train at 12. It's like, God is like, whenever you're ready. 12:03, I got a 12:03 coming. Like, and that's 1, 2, 3. I wrote down, I thought I knew who I was, but now I'm not so sure. The monkey was like, I know your father. And Simba was like, well, he's dead. And the monkey was like, no, he's very much alive, and I'll show you. And that's what triggered Simba to run and chase after the spiritual advisor, the monkey. And then I noticed that in that movie, he was literally going through cramped places, going through the dark paths, going through darkness, going through cramped spaces, going through thorns and shit. And to me, that was symbolism, y'all, on when you're running through this thing called faith, when you're finding your faith, when you're finding your belief. I don't give a fuck if y'all watching me and you like, big dog, I ain't even on that spiritual shit like that. I don't care if y'all sitting over here watching me and you like, yo, I believe in God, I believe in Jehovah, I believe in shit, I believe in my Orishas. Like, that's why I try not to make it so much about, like, religion. Because the message hit, no matter what y'all believe in. When y'all are at a place where you are really trying to find, and you trying to find self, when you're trying to discover this thing called life, when you're trying to get back on the life train, you're going to be challenged to go through dark places, and you're going to have to go alone. Your union is going to show up for you every single time. But your challenge is to do this shit, to fix yourself, to figure out what is the pieces that's fucking unfulfilling to me. What are the pieces that are breaking me? What are the pieces that's sitting over here that's hurting me? Why do I keep fucking self-sabotaging? Why do I keep putting myself into loops? Why do I think that I can only be sad and I can't be happy? All that shit. And then the spiritual advisor, the monkey, said, he brought him to water. And he said, look down there. He was like, that's your father. He was like, that's not my father, that's just my reflection. I'm gonna say that again. He said, look down there. He said, that's not my father, that's just my reflection. You're a reflection of your parents, y'all. Now, there's a few different ways I could take this reading. There's a few different spins, double entendres, triple entendres. I can go in a whole bunch of fucking ways. But I'm going to keep it surface level with y'all for right now. You are a reflection of your parents. Yes, y'all have y'all genes. Y'all got the personality. Shit, some of y'all got stubborn ways. Shit, a lot of y'all got a lot of shit. Some of y'all ran away from trying to be your parent. Like, some of y'all really didn't want to be your parents and y'all became y'all parents. But hear me. Your parents wasn't all bad. I'm hearing if y'all went through a lot of shit with y'all parents, your parents wasn't all bad. It's like if you could go back in the past and be a fly on the wall, like, you would see that. You would see where they got fucked over. You would see where they started hurting at. But their path is not your path. But knowing your parents and knowing what fucked them over, knowing where they fell short at, knowing who they are, that's the Da Vinci Code on how you crack yourself. What do you mean, Charlie? I'll break it down. You realizing that you are a reflection of your parents, you're a better version of your parents. At least, essentially, that's what we would want to be. You realizing the flaws of your parents, you realizing the good things about your parents, and you forming who the fuck you are. But you have to realize that when these people are dead and gone, and you can't go back and you can't ask them questions. And this is why, although my father wasn't in my life, I still talk to him and I forgave him, is because I realized that there will come a day where he won't be here and he won't exist. At least he won't exist in the physical realm. And there's certain questions I had to ask him. There's certain questions, should I ask my mom? There's certain questions that's like missing pieces, and you know. And it's bringing my attention to a conversation that I had with my mom and my dad separate. But I remember my mom was telling me, like, you know, your dad, every time I was pregnant, your dad would bring me food every day at work. Like, he always made sure everything was good, like everything was cool. But in the past, I had only heard about bad stories, and I just felt the need to text my dad, and I was just like, Dad, you know, my mom told me a really beautiful thing today. And I was just like, you know, she told me that, you know, you brought her food. And y'all, I know that this is something so simple, but it was such symbolism to me, because I was just like, you wasn't just a bad person. You wasn't just a person that, you know, abused women. You wasn't just a person like that sat over here and just was in and out of jail. You wasn't a big drug dealer. Like you was a human. In those moments, you were a human. You did kind things. You weren't just this villain. I think that some of y'all have to go back and look at your parents, and you know what's crazy is because in this scene, Simba was resenting his dad for dying on him type shit and leaving him. But it's like, so heavy emphasis on your parents, but I feel like y'all have to sit over here and realize that y'all don't always have all the answers, and you also sometimes only get a biased opinion. And now I'm hearing like a heartbroken opinion. It's like a scorned woman. If you were raised by a scorned woman or a scorned man or anything, it's like you only get the biased opinion on how people were, but it's like they never want to identify the good things. And that's why it's a puzzle piece. And as I said in the beginning of the reading, I said this new life is about you finishing the puzzle. At least it is for me. It's not time to run anymore, y'all. It's not time for you to sit over here and try to figure out like, okay, is this it? Or it's like I'm getting that God is gonna give you everything that it is that you need. It's like, for example, it's like God is your personal butler. I'm gonna give you the clothes. I'm gonna give you your person. I'm gonna give you all the shit. I'm gonna tell you exactly what it is that you need to get rid of. I'm gonna tell you the people that's the snakes up in your grass that you need to cut. I'm gonna tell you what family issues you need to solve to break them generational curses. All you gotta do is show up and do the work. Some of y'all don't even got to do the work. Some of y'all literally just need to show up to get the paycheck. And the paycheck is peace. The paycheck is freedom. The paycheck is new journey. The paycheck is bliss. Another part that I got is that I just don't want y'all, and I think God don't want y'all to regret spending these last few years with your parents. Even if you living with your parents, He don't want y'all beefing with them. He don't want y'all beefing with nobody. And that's why this point of your life, if y'all watching me and y'all vibing with me, y'all at a peaceful state. Y'all might be going through shit, yeah. We all go through shit in life, in real life. But if y'all are watching this, it's like y'all haven't given up on finding y'all bliss. And that's why I have to give y'all this piece too. Okay? I'm also getting, like, if y'all was beefing with y'all grandparents, that too. Okay, let's keep going. He said, that's not my father, that's just my reflection. The spiritual advisor says, look harder. And then he said, He lives in you. Some of you guys, if you guys have had your parents like passed away, I feel the need to sit over here and say that your parents is your spirit motherfucking, they part of your spirit team, big dog. They always are within you, okay? Always. Now let's keep going. I wrote down, this is when the whole spiritual awakening happens, and this is where Simba sees the cloud and Mufasa actually appears. Some of you guys, now granted y'all, this could be y'all going through this awakening, or this could be your partner. Take it as it resonates. But his dad came back and it says, Simba, you have forgotten me. And Simba was like, no, how could I? And it says, you have forgotten who you are, and so you have forgotten me. Look inside yourself. You are more than what you have become. And I think that that's significant, y'all. The reason why is because a lot of you guys have forgot who you are. A lot of you guys have forgot that you're caring people. A lot of you guys have forgot that you are giving people. A lot of you guys have forgot that, and now I'm hearing shit. I ain't forgot. I remember everything I gave out, but in a sense, if you stop doing that, then you have forgotten. You've forgotten that. And now it's like Mufasa said, you must take your place in the circle of life. That was the whole key. Simba was fighting becoming his true self. I wrote down, it's funny how everything is just flowing, y'all. I really do think and I pray, y'all, that y'all understand that everything is supposed to come easy to y'all. I really pray that y'all understand that everything isn't supposed to just be hard. I really pray and hope that y'all understand that love is not supposed to be complicated. Like, I really hope and pray that y'all understand that when y'all get this person, like, I just feel the need to tell y'all this. Like, I just really hope and pray, like, and even if it's not, because God is like, it's not just about your person, it's about y'all making peace within yourself. I really hope and pray that y'all allow yourself to remain there. Don't, it's like, I'm getting like a seesaw or a teeter-totter thing. Like, y'all keep going back and forth from being happy to like being miserable to being happy to being like, I really sincerely hope that y'all don't do that shit. Y'all don't have to give away y'all blessing no more. I'm hearing shit, even if you try to give away your blessing, like, they not going. Mufasa said, you must take your place in the circle of life. Someone said, how can I go back? I'm not who I used to be. But the key is to remember who you are. A lot of y'all don't understand that the experiences that you went out and you explored by being grown, being too grown when you was little, or a lot of y'all don't realize that all the experiences that y'all went through in life, including your mom working too much, your daddy not being there, or them working too much together, or them being overbearing, whatever your story is, whatever your trauma is, it was meant to form who you are. But a lot of you guys run away from you. He said, "You are my son and the only true king. Remember who you are." And he said, remember, 3 times. You know, it's crazy. When I just thought of that, I had a side note. I remember back in the day, we used to sit over here. I used to not want to do this because of it represented bloods. I don't know if that's significant. Maybe y'all gangbang or something like that, or y'all deal with certain type of like people in that lifestyle. Anyway, that's a side note. I just had like an epiphany. Some of you guys might be recognizing like old shit, like it's like your new reality. You don't like identify with your old reality. It's like you don't. It's like technically back in the day I would never do that, but I'm like, bitch, this means okay to me. The fuck is you talking about? It means okay. And to be honest, it's actually it's like actually a mantra. So mantras. Anyway, side notes. Let's keep going, y'all. Is we okay? Is we vibing? Is y'all okay? Sorry, y'all. I ain't been in the chat. I said I was gonna be in the chat. I ain't been in the chat at all, y'all. Okay? Okay. I'm gonna be there in a second. Damn, it's 11:02 already. Okay. Whew. Okay, let's go. I wrote down no, please don't leave me. Some of you guys have to understand that some of your spiritual people, some of your confirmations, however you get it, it was only put in your life in order to give you the confirmation in order for you to move on. It's like, for example, y'all know when y'all, so bring it to real terms. Y'all know how sometimes y'all have dreams about like, because they're telling me to give you like a dream example. You might have a dream about your grandma that had passed over, like saying, hey, I'm okay. Or you have a dream about your grandma or somebody like, or it's like you get an enlightenment. Maybe you meditating. Maybe your messages might come through meditation. But I'm just getting like, you know how you just get a message. You get a tarot reading that says confirmations. It's like some of you guys are not being comforted in those confirmations. Some of you guys keep wanting more and more and more. But in reality, all you needed to do was just remember. All you needed was that key message in order to continue to move forward. And now I'm hearing, I forgive you. If you guys, I feel like, have a loved one that like you never got to apologize to, or I'm hearing like survival guilt. I just feel the need to sit over here and say like they forgive you. And that they love you. I wrote down, change is good, but isn't easy. And then all of a sudden, then Simba was like, I know what I have to do. But going back means I'll have to face my past. And I think that that's the thing is that sometimes we're always encouraged not to go back. But sometimes in order for us to go forward, we have to go back to dig up all that shit. You know how I was telling y'all about that pile we got to build? The pile of suffrage. Call it the passion of suffrage. Well, actually, that wouldn't make sense because passion, like, means suffrage. But call it the passion pile, okay? You know what I'm saying. If you know, you know. Point of the matter is, all of that shit that you have buried, it's like you got to go back in order to make sure that you have completely dealt with it in order to move forward. Some of you guys have to realize that, yeah, you sat over here and you went down the wrong path and there's nothing wrong with that, but now it's time to turn your ass back around and go back. I'm not saying go back to old shit. I'm saying go back to fix shit. Because when Simba got back to the whole thing, there was a whole new world. Everything was fucking destroyed. Some of you guys are being called to go back in order to rebuild structure within your family, within, I'm hearing, your union, within your foundation. That's a part of your foundation. Some of y'all, that's a part of your purpose. It's not to run away, it's to go back. That's a bar. I wrote down, I've been running from it for so long. Hit. In that moment, Simba had got hit by the monkey. And hear me, there's a reason why I wrote it down, okay? The monkey said, and the spiritual advisor said, it doesn't matter, it's the past. Yeah, but it still hurts though. Oh yes, the past can hurt. And I wrote down, technically, yes. But either you can run from it or you can learn from it. And in that part, the monkey went to go swing to try to hit Simba again, but he ducked down. He learned that if it would happen again, basically. So I want y'all to understand something. The past does hurt, but y'all don't have to keep reliving the past. Y'all don't have to continue to keep getting hit and hit and hit and hit over and over again. That's the awakening part. See, the sleep version of you would sit over here and get all, it's like you would roll with the punches. Everybody would be attacking you. Everybody would sit over here and put their burdens onto you. Everybody would sit over here and like, it's like they would try to destroy you. But it's like, for example, if you went through a relationship, they cheated on you, they kept cheating on you, they kept cheating on you, like, you weren't able to identify it, but you kept accepting them back. It's like, when are you going to learn? They're just going to continue to cheat type shit. It's like, but if they cheat again, if they cheated once, and they'll cheat again. And it's like, move on. I'm hearing a few of you guys kept going after the same type of person. It's like it would transfer. Maybe I got cheated on by a few different people. But I feel I need to sit over here and tell y'all that that's because you didn't learn the lesson. The lesson was to learn your worth and to leave the first time. It's not for all of y'all, but that's for some of y'all. And God is like, don't focus in on cheating. It's about the things that you learned about your relationships, okay? And then Simba was like, okay, I'm going back. Now, what's key is that Simba went back by himself. He didn't tell Nala. He didn't tell Simone. He didn't tell Puma. He didn't tell no fucking body. He was just like, he got the advice from God. He said, going back. Some of y'all don't realize that this next part of your life, it's not about keeping secrets, but this next move, guess what? You just take off. And then the significance of that is, well, then Nala showed up. Nala reappeared, like he was there, and he recognized, and Nala was like, wait up, like, so I'm getting your partner is gonna be with you. Your partner is catching up with you. Your true partner, that's why I'm saying it's your true partner you locked in. Because you might have, and it's like y'all might have had to sit over here and get a spiritual awakening from God or from a spiritual advisor, but then your partner catches up to you because you were able to identify like you truly did need to go back. The same thing your partner was trying to tell you, you just had to hear it from another source. Or this is your partner, and this is why it's important to leave your partner alone after you reveal like this is the right way. Give them space in order to get their other confirmation, and then y'all will meet back up. That's confirmation. That's why I say don't worry about your union. Now, let's keep going. On the way back home, he was running through the desert, so the desert could be significant. Some of you guys could live in Arizona or Vegas, but I don't know. Is there any other states that's the desert? I don't know. Maybe near mountains, but I wrote down. I already talked about that. I wrote down, this is my kingdom. If I don't fight for it, who will? And then Nala was like, well, I will. Look at Nala being just loyal. She said, babe, I got your back. I love it. And Simba was like, Sorry, y'all. Simba was like, it'll be dangerous though. And she said, I laugh in the face of danger, which was something that she had said when they was kids. I feel the need to tell y'all that this new challenge, your purpose, the life, you embracing your new, whatever it is that you're aligning with. Some of y'all could be lawyers and you like, bitch, I don't want to be no lawyer no more. I want to go be a doctor. It's like big transitions is what I'm hearing. Maybe some of y'all are going from being single to being in a union sometimes, but I'm hearing it's bigger than just a union. Some of you guys are being meant to like be parents. Take it as it resonates though. Everybody has their different journeys. Everybody will catch up. Then Timon and fucking Puma popped up. And he was like, oh, you came too? And it's like, yeah, big dog, like. And it's funny. He was like, talk about your fixer-upper. Some of you guys could be buying like a home, but it's like a fixer-upper home. But something that was significant was, if it's important to you, then we're here to the end. And that's what Timon had said. And for some reason, I feel the name to say T names could be significant P names. And then I got TP. And I want to say T-Pain. And then I got like, you know that show that Keke Palmer used to be on? Like, and I think it was on Nickelodeon. But I think it was called Vice President or like VP or TP or some shit like that. Fact check me. I don't know why that just popped in my head, but that could be significant for somebody. Let's keep going. But I wrote down that that's true friendship. Like, when you got your person with you, you got your friends with you, like, they gonna show up for you. You might just have to take the lead. Or your partner just needs to take the lead. Some of y'all are being asked to allow your partner to take the lead. And to actually, like, dive out of your masculinity and tap into your femininity, because that's your power. Some of you guys, if you're masculines, for some reason God is like, don't put genders on it. If you're more aligned with like your masculinity, there's so many different messages. Okay, God is like, you'll know which one is for you. Some of you guys are really aligned. Okay, two things. If you're too much in your masculine, I feel the need to sit over here and say it's time for you to go balance out with your feminine energy. It's like, and it might be a challenge, but like you're being urged to. A few of you like masculines, like I'm hearing that if you lead first, then your partner will follow you. And that's why it's not a gender thing. It's a role thing, okay? Yeah, I'm getting tired. I ain't even gonna lie. And really, I'm not really getting tired because I took a nap, but maybe it's because I'm getting to the end of this shit. Maybe this race, and you know, because this is the circle of life. This is us getting back to our union. This shit's not going to be easy, y'all. But we going to complete it. You want to know why? Because we supposed to. But we are going to spread the energy. Hoopla! Yeah, okay. Are you guys okay? I feel I need to, like, because this is a really long live today. And I haven't really been talking to y'all. I mean, I'm talking to y'all, but I ain't been talking with y'all. I'm used to talking with y'all. If we here up in this bitch, what the fuck? Put threes up in the bitch. I love a good 3. 3, 3, 3. Is we okay? Is we okay? Is we still here? We good? We all aligned? Okay. I just want to make sure that you guys is like, y'all's keeping up, okay? I don't want to just, if y'all need a break, take a break, okay? You always happen to be on break when I need to. Thank you, KB. You know, when you going through it, I am here. But just know when I be taking my break, y'all, I got to put me first. That could be significant. Some of you guys need to, like, learn to have that significant. Ooh, thank you guys. Thank you God for making me take a break for a second. Because with my friend, the reason why we went and we took like a last minute trip anyway was because he works too much I work too much. Some of you guys could be working too much. But like, we decided to leave. Like, I was gonna bring my laptop, I was gonna bring my journal. Y'all know I write every day. Like, and he was like, he was like, should I bring my iPad? I was like, yeah, sure, why not? He was like, nah. He was like, you said balance, we gonna do balance. I said, yeah. He was like, we embracing on a whole new journey. I was like, you right. We gonna sit over here. And some of you guys need accountability people. Like, your friendships, like relationship, everything. Like, y'all need people to hold y'all accountable. But I was like, okay, you can leave your iPad, that's cool. He was like, how come you just don't leave your laptop? And I was like, okay, I can leave my MacBook. He was like, what about your journal too? I said, my journal? Not my journal. So I ended up leaving my laptop and my journal. But I'm so grateful that I did, because sometimes we forget to be in the moment. And y'all, I'm really detached from my phone. Like, I be on my phone for business and shit like that, but like texting and shit, unless my mama, some friends hit me up, I'm detached from my shit. I might post a little bit, but my journal is my shit. So some of you guys might be urged to like literally like, y'all need to balance like your work life and your personal life. Okay. Let's get back in. That was a nice little break. Okay, now back to it. Back to the mission. I feel like we on a mission right now. Okay, so where is we at? Somewhere here. Nope, down here. Okay, so the importance to you, true friendship. Then I wrote down, the past can't guide you. And then I wrote down a diversion. So I feel the need to sit over here and say, if you guys try to go like back to your past, like baby, the rule book is not there. I'm hearing that this new level has new rules. It's like, y'all, it's funny, a lot of y'all have learned the old rules of the old life. But your old life is over. The past is over. Y'all casses can't drink milk no more. Like, it's over. You can't eat the shit. I'm hearing you can't even eat honey buns no more. It's over. Like, this new life requires a different thing from you. And so that's why you can't look to your past to guide you, because this new level is like, you didn't have kids back then. Now you do. You got new levels. Some of y'all need to make amends with your parents in order to have some babysitters. Or to get parenting advice from them, okay? Also, I wrote down, heavy emphasis on the cards can't tell you where to go. And that's to my spiritual baddies that like do tarot and shit like that, or like read. I'm getting like some of you guys, and I was talking about this earlier, some of you guys are literally looking for God to tell you what your next steps is, but God is sitting over here saying, big dog, y'all done surrender so much. You thought that I was gonna make all these choices for you. No, baby, you about to, there's this thing called willpower. You gotta decide something. You said, and that was the whole thing with California. I was like, God, technically I could work. I could use this weekend to work. And he was like, I'm not gonna tell you if you should go, and I'm not telling you that you should stay. You decide. God will give you those. Because a lot of y'all have been so obedient. A lot of you guys have like been obedient, been doing. I'm hearing y'all been on y'all Zooms with God. Like y'all been working out. Y'all been doing exactly. Like, it's like wherever God is taking y'all are just going with the punches. And it's like, that's good. But you also forgot that, yeah, I got all the control, and you finally you surrendered the control. But baby, let me give you a little, like, it's like y'all got let off for punishment. So it's like, here you go, baby. Let me give you a get out of jail free card type shit. Like, it's like y'all got permission. That's funny. It's like no, for real. Like, y'all really got permission to be like, okay. And I think that that's what this new level is about, is y'all choosing. The key is that y'all don't choose y'all old shit, though. Okay? I also wrote down, either you could step down or you could fight. And then I wrote down, everyone is fighting. And then I wrote down, a secret will be revealed, but it's a false secret. And then I wrote down, chaos. Heavy emphasis on going back to like a hating ass motherfucker up in your family. Just quick notes. Somebody that like sabotage you could be identified, and they try to like sit over here and use a cop out like, I'm family, you can't leave family. But in reality, they're only saying that because you exposed them. So just be aware that that's not for everybody. That's just for maybe like a few of y'all. I also wrote down that Scar tried to save himself, and he even turned against like his own people. So I just feel the need to tell y'all, be mindful of people that would like literally turn you in order to save their ass. Those is not your people. I don't care if that's your family. Those is not your people. And then I wrote down, why should I believe you? And I feel like, to be honest, intuitively, I feel like the need to sit over here and say that this new life is like about you believing in something new. You can't go based off of your past. I also wrote down rain could be significant. I wrote down runaway Scar. It's time to take your throne now. So all that he did was tell Scar to run away and never come back. So some of you guys need to understand that that's significant. Thank you, God. Some of you guys need to sit over here and realize that God is on your side, that God is going to give the people that hurt you their karma. You don't got to do nothing. You don't got to do them. The way to win is not to do what they did, is to do your new path. And in reality, then the hyenas came after Scar. That was his karma. And now it's time to take the throne. And then there is remember who you are. And then restoring balance and love. And that's all she wrote. I completed it. Point of the matter is I want you to understand something, y'all. Oh, y'all thought y'all wasn't gonna get a collective. Y'all gonna get a collective too. Y'all gonna get a collective. We on 10, because I know y'all asses have been calling me. Y'all been over here like, yo, I need to know what's up. Like, I need to know what's going on. I just feel the need to tell y'all, I'm going to keep it a being with y'all. It's time for y'all to take back y'all throne. It's time for y'all to recognize that this new opportunity is here. It's time to realize that the tower moments that's going on in your life is to help y'all. Also, know when to rest, babe. Learn when it's time to play and when it's not time to play. Realize that some of y'all just need to enjoy. Y'all, and now they want me to tell you about like my California trip. Like we did like a quick like 1-day trip, to be honest, y'all. And it was so, like, we got there late, but it was just like, you know what was crazy is I was just like, okay, I have a few things that I want to do. And he was just like, all right, like, but everything worked better when we just went through the phone, like went with the flow. So I feel like that could be significant, y'all. Some of you guys just need to go with the flow. I was thinking, like, I was looking up restaurants that we could eat at and like movies we could go to, and we didn't do none of that. We literally like found like the best fucking food like on like, and it wasn't like a Mexican truck. Why the fuck did I say Mexican truck? What the fuck, a food truck? Some of y'all could be Latin. I'm Latin. ¿Cómo te llamas? I don't know why the fuck I said it. Anyway, I feel like, ooh, that's why I said it. So lately I have been like being called to like get back into my Latin side, because y'all, I was raised as a black woman. I was never taught Spanish. I had to learn Spanish through school, but my grandmother spoke Spanish, so that could be significant. But some of you guys, like, if you speak another language but you've been like listening to English and stuff like that, or you've been like hearing like you want to learn something, I feel the need to sit over here and say it's time. If you guys are being called, I'm hearing like, it's funny, if you guys are being called to learn a new language, I feel like it's because you spoke it in your past life. If it's not in your heritage, I'm hearing like Arabic. I'm also hearing like I was gonna say Swahili. Is that a language or is that just a place? Y'all don't get me started because my geography is bad. I'm also getting something about the Czech Republic could be significant. I keep wanting to say a language, but it won't let me, so I guess I'm not supposed to say that. But anyway, that's it. I think I don't know. What does collective need to know right now? Don't deplete yourself. Enjoy. Oh, that's what I was telling you guys. Oh, okay. So going back to the story, I'm not taking all those damn cards. The more I went with the flow, the more I like actually enjoyed the trip. We ate at this food like truck kind of thing, and it was really good. I went to the ocean. Some of you guys are being called to go to the ocean. Maybe just talk to people. Yeah. I'm also hearing like just enjoy yourself. And this is my take a risk card, but for some reason, y'all, I'm gonna keep it a bean with y'all. I don't feel like doing cards. Are you sure? Yeah. I don't feel like it. So I'm not gonna do it. Because I'm not the bitch that's gonna sit over here and be pressed about this shit, okay? If you guys want a personal reading, you could book me. Because I don't feel pressed. And that could be significant too. We flowing. We talk tonight. Anyway, point of the fucking matter is I want y'all to hear me though. The more that you sit over here and you go with the flow, the more that you sit over here and you trust yourself. Just like that. Like, y'all, I could sit over here and give y'all a whole motherfucking reading right now. Don't feel like it. Don't do shit you don't feel like doing. That's significant. Don't be with people you don't want to be with. Don't wear shit you don't want to fucking wear. I'm going to give y'all an example. I'm throwing this fucking shirt away when I fucking get off of live. You want to know why? Because fucking my little button broke and shit like that. And I was really upset today. Little fucking button. But it's okay. Anyway, now I want to act up. I done said something about it and it's like, well, bitch, fuck you. Anyway, I love you guys. I just want to sit over here and say love is light, light is love. Whatchamacallit. And guess what? If you don't get your answers from me, if you don't sit over here and catch me, if y'all don't sit over here and get y'all motherfucking answers, y'all confirmations from me, then guess what? And y'all don't listen to me, then guess what? I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. But on a serious note, y'all, I want to end it on a light note, okay? A lot of y'all do have a lot of unions coming in. A lot of you guys do have a lot of fucking good blessings to come into, but you got to believe that you are about to come into these blessings, okay? I want you to understand something. Nobody could sit over here and tell you how to fucking do life. You just have to sit over here and do life the best way you could fucking do it. And the point of the matter is that you are going to be your best guide. You are going to be the person that's going to sit over here and get you to that next step. You are the person that sit over here and say, listen, this does not compliment me. We talking. And I feel the need to say comments, questions, or concerns, because I do feel like I want to talk to y'all, because I haven't talked to y'all in like a few days. But the point of the matter is that if y'all are going through shit in life, just know it's for the better. It's not for the worse. It's never for the worse. It's always for the better. But the point of the matter is that you have to look at things, and your perspective has to be on point, y'all. Okay? Y'all perspective has to be on point. Everything that's happening is happening for a reason. Okay? Now, I want to tell y'all motherfucking partner is fine as fuck too, though. Okay? Your partner is fine. Stop settling for motherfuckers that you don't like. I also feel the need to sit over here and say that, listen, they gonna fuck good too. Okay? Okay, that's all I can give y'all tonight. That's it. That's all. Josh, good to see you. KV, the family. If you are new here, welcome to the motherfucking family. You are now in tune with the motherfucking game. So, I say. Okay, I love you guys. I will see y'all on my next live. If you guys want a personal reading, link in the motherfucking bio. Or you could DM me if you like, yo, big dog, I need you a little bit urgent. Okay? Okay. Goodbye.